All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We've got Dan and Carlos. Dan, you've been on before.
A couple times, yeah.
Yeah, Carlos, this is your first time.
Yes, sir.
But you guys are in the band Innate One.
Mm-hmm.
Been following you guys for a long time. Since the Argonaut days.
Since the Argonaut days.
The Argonaut days.
Got a Cytera sticker on my laptop.
I know it's funny to see like all the different iterations
Yeah.
of what we've been trying to do. And everybody has like a different version of it.
Yeah, I remember back in high school, you were in a band called Cinecil.
Cinecile.
Cinecile.
With Luis, actually.
Yeah, with Luis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I drew a logo for you guys at one point.
Yeah.
That
I think I still have it on.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have a photo of it actually on my computer.
Nice. That's
Because
cool.
I think you drew it on a Post-it note or something like that.
Yeah. I was drawing all the time back then. But, yeah.
He was actually around in the early days too, because he was in a band called Mirrors.
Mirrors?
Yeah.
That's when I met these guys.
Yeah.
Was it the same kind of band?
Not really.
Music wise?
Yeah, like what was it?
No.
Music?
No. We were kind of weird. We were kind of.
I liked it. I thought it was
We
good.
were all kind of all over the place. It was weird, but yeah, it was just 5 of us just jamming, and that's when I met Dansky over here, and yeah, we started playing shows together.
Nice.
It was at Francisco Studios too.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The one where we're at right now.
You played shows there?
No.
Well, you just-
That's actually a funny story, but yeah. We actually talk about that all the time because we want to do it again. But yeah, you're not supposed to do shows there,
Yeah.
but we did.
I remember you guys did one with Condemned Till Dawn.
Yeah, we tried to do it again with Condemned Till Dawn, but it started.
I think
with
that was
Mirrors.
I think that was the first time I went to an Argonaut show, honestly. I think it was that show.
Yeah, because didn't you just get out of the military?
Yep. I just got out of the Navy.
Yeah.
And I was talking with you and Attila.
Yeah.
And actually I think I met Attila there at that show.
Yeah, I think that was like right when we had just
Yeah.
brought in Attila, maybe.
Yeah, that was the first time I met Attila. Yeah, because I still have a demo CD on the shelf. It says "Looking for a Drummer."
Nice.
So I have a demo CD from before Attila. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was when we were doing backing tracks for shows.
Yeah,
And we had those and we were giving those out at the shows.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
But yeah, so we met these guys, and before we had done it with Condemned Till Dawn, we had done it with Mirrors. And basically what we did is we did a double kegger at Francisco Studios because their studios were like across the hall from each other.
Yeah,
So we were like, okay, we'll just get all your buddies, we'll get all our buddies. We'll have a keg in each room and we'll all go to our room and we'll play, and then we'll all go to your room and then you'll play, and then we'll party out back. And then somehow before we knew it, there was a group of skateboarders that brought rails and ramps and shit, and they'd set it up in the fucking parking lot. And
oh shit, that's crazy.
it turned into like a full blown like fucking thing out back unintentionally.
Yeah, it was like a little mini festival. Like
Yeah.
think of it like that. There was like a group of skaters. They brought their huge
They were
ramp.
grinding on
Yeah.
rails and going up the ramps and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Music
That's cool.
going on, beer everywhere. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was crazy. This I remember this time. This shit, it was wild. My buddy Phantom got a text from back the owner the next day or the next morning, and he goes, "Hey, I know what you did. Just don't do it again. Thank you for cleaning up your mess." You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah, if you cleaned up, you're good.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that we decided is like, if we're gonna do this, we at least have to clean up, so that way if we get busted, at least we can say like, well, at least we didn't break anything, and at
Oh,
least
there
we
were
didn't trash
cameras.
the place.
There's
yeah.
always
yeah.
cameras.
yeah. Well, they's got like 100 cameras over there,
Yeah.
so
and clean up is exactly what we did. Mhm.
there was a lot of weird shit that happened at that party. But now we want to do it better because like we were doing the shows inside in our units, but we actually want to do it outside on the lifted platform that's out back,
That would be cool.
and then just literally like fence off that whole back parking lot so all the people can mosh, and we can have a food cart back there, and we can it literally
Are
be a
you
parking
going to
lot
get
show.
with the owner on that? Or are you just going to try to?
I think we're gonna try to get with Beck on it, but we already know he's gonna say no. But he know the thing is he knows us. So like he's known me and Luis for like 10 plus years, you know, however long we were back in Arkansas. Actually, before that, because we were in a band called Sledge before that.
Yeah.
And same with you, right? You've known him
Who
back for like 14 years or so.
Yeah, for a long time, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like we've all known him. Like anybody who's been in bands and have been over there for any extended amount of time have like known him for 10, 15 years or so. So it's like I think he's in a position where he can't really say yes, but if we do it without permission and clean up, then he's.
I think the only problem is like it's like an insurance liability.
Yeah,
100%. That's why he can't really say yes.
Yeah.
But if we do it anyway, don't break anything, clean everything up.
Yeah,
he
I
has
feel
the
like,
choice to kick us out or not kick us out. And if he decides,
I wonder if you could just like draft
cool
up your own contract, you know, saying like he's not liable for injuries. Because that's all it is. It's mostly personal injury.
Yeah.
I think if we went to him with like the full pitch of like, hey, if we got to get a licensing of some sort for the day or whatever, and then temporary insurance for the day,
that'd be
or whatever.
sweet. Just promote your own show at the studio.
We want to get all the bands that like rent a studio there. It'd be cool to like get them all together to play that show. You know, because I know Born of Ash, they actually have a studio over there too. So it'd be dope to get them together, and when any other bands are over there. I think Pelvic Meatloaf is actually in one of those studios too. So it'd be dope to just get any band that's been over there for a long period of time that Beck knows, and he knows that like we'll all fucking clean up because we've been there for 10 plus years. Like, I don't see any reason why you'd say no, but
yeah, I don't know. Might as well try.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
It's worth the memory, even if we get kicked out of there.
Yeah, I wonder if Adam has any knowledge on that, the kind of licensing you would need or anything like that. You know, you could like hit up people who are promoters.
Yeah.
And then see if they have any ways you could help get the decision more on the yes side than a no.
I wonder if maybe because if Pelvic does have a studio over there, I can get with Rich. Because Rich is pretty good at setting stuff like that up. Obviously, they have the Metalheads MC and all of that. So
yeah, that's true.
Maybe I can get with him and see.
Yeah, that'd
if
be
he would
idea.
even be down to help me figure out what we would need to do to make that okay over there. Because that'd be sick. Because fuck going all the way to Mesa to do something like that. You know?
that's kind of a cool venue. It could
it's
be,
a dope
it
ass
could be
fucking
pretty
spot.
sweet. Like a food truck in the back. Yeah, be pretty dope.
Yeah, line that whole area with like food trucks and shit, and we could put trash cans up and benches. And
well, if it's successful, Beck might actually like, you know, you might raise an eyebrow, be like, maybe this is
maybe
that's what I'm hoping for, like a business opportunity. Let's do
it.
Yeah, turn that back area into like a little like stage that you can rent out.
Beck's like, I wonder if I can get in on this.
Like it doesn't have to be a venue with a bar, but just make it like a stage you can rent.
Yeah.
It
BYOB, if anything, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever happens with your beer is up to you, but if you get caught with it or whatever, that's on you. You know, we don't have to provide kegs or anything like that.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. You could set up a whole front of house area in the back. Like, it'd be dope. I'm excited now.
Well, and like
with
with your background in audio and my background, I think if we were like in charge of like the audio running and shit, we could totally have a really nice PA setup over there.
I would find somebody to help me.
I don't want to run cables.
I'll run cables. That's not the problem. I know how to run cables like a motherfucker. I do that for work. It's the running the board part. Like, I have this.
I don't know. I would run the board like if I wasn't playing.
Well, I know somebody, Nate. He's been on the show before, but he actually does front of house for like church music and stuff like that. But he played in a metal band for a while as a drummer. And like he's like an audio nerd, and I would immediately call up Nate and be like, "Hey man, you want to run a metal show?" Actually, you would do it for free, probably. Be like, "Oh fuck yeah,
yeah."
You know who would be good too? Would be Jesse, the guy that used to run sound for Club Red. I don't know what he's up to nowadays. I think he was trying to tour with somebody as their sound guy at one point, but I was in contact with him for a while, trying to do something similar, but. That'd be cool to get somebody like that who's like used to running club shows and.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, just to get like somebody who's experienced, so it goes smooth. Got to show Beck it can work.
Yeah, it's got to be legit. Otherwise, he won't go for it.
So, enough with the band talk, dude. Did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself or not?
No,
I don't think so.
Have you seen there's like some theories going around that he's still alive?
You've seen the pictures?
Yeah.
There's like drone footage of somebody who looks like him in Israel.
Could be AI generated.
Beard's all grown out and everything.
Yeah, dude, he's probably about to kill himself for real. His life probably sucks right now. It doesn't suck enough though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not dead.
He needs to suck way worse.
Yeah.
No. Keep that motherfucker alive, dude.
He's either dead or he needs to be dead.
Just leave him in a cage with a lion.
I don't know. He might try to fuck the lion.
Oh man.
Go for it. Go ahead and try. You'll get what you deserve. Yeah, the whole story's crazy. Have you seen the clips of like Pam Bondi and stuff?
Yeah.
Like the recent shit where they're like, she's just dodging everything.
Basically,
she did a hearing in front of Congress about that specific subject.
She's like, oh, that's the questions you're going to ask? Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer that.
They asked her a straight up question, like, why'd you lie about this? And she's just like, the Dow is up 50,000 points. All right. The Dow is up and the NASDAQ is up to record highs. Like, these are the things we should be talking about.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? Not that, there's a deep state pedophile ring running the world. Like, we shouldn't be talking about that.
Talking about that right now.
You should be talking about how the numbers are up.
It's crazy how it's right there in front of your face now. You know what I mean? And you can clearly see through.
It's very easy. Like when Pizzagate came out, all those emails they found, like to government officials, like talking about pizza in ways that people don't talk about pizza.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Yeah, right.
Like when I heard about that, I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. And then a whole bunch of people started denying it, saying like, oh, this is all fake. Like this is all made up. It's like, no, it's fucking not. That's the problem. Like,
what's funny is like there was like all these little breadcrumbs sprinkled in all throughout the years of like all this shit before. Other actors coming out saying shit, then getting blacklisted from Hollywood and XYZ, like Mel Gibson and shit. And then now it's all coming out that all this shit's true and these people are right. And
Mel Gibson was right, dude.
Kanye West, like all weird shit Kanye West was saying.
I think his wording was off, but I think he is right.
Yeah.
Have you seen that stuff about Macaulay Culkin? Some stuff going out saying that Michael Jackson saved him from going to Epstein's Island.
Well, and Diddy's.
And Diddy's
too.
I think they took out Michael Jackson because he wasn't. I don't think he was a bad actor.
Honestly, I think so too. I'm behind that 100%.
What I've heard like recently, it kind of changes my mind about the whole Michael Jackson thing. Like I thought it was exactly how the media said it was, but now I think that they're trying to smear him. But he was just like the richest pop star that ever was, with a fucked up childhood. He grew up in like some really strange, like not ideal conditions for a child.
Abuse.
Gary, Indiana.
Straight up abuse.
Straight up abuse.
In Gary, Indiana. Have you heard about that place? Man.
Yeah,
man, dude. Back then it was doing good, but then loss of jobs and all that just messed up the whole. Bro, it's like abandoned, like ran down, and it's bad. It's scary now.
Yeah,
but man.
Once he had all the money, though, he wanted to give kids that were less fortunate better lives. So he was trying to give them the ultimate fantasy life. Like you can have anything you want. We have a Ferris wheel. We have a giraffe. Like he was just trying to give these kids the best life he could. But he was a weirdo. He's kind of fucking weird, and
he was just a little odd.
Yeah, he was very odd.
Yeah.
So it's like he didn't do it the right way.
He was an easy target for them to manipulate.
Yeah, he didn't give these kids the best life objectively. He did it subjectively. So it was like his perception of what the best life a kid could have is. It's like, that's not. It looks weird, dude. Like it's not good.
Yeah.
Did you hear? I think it's Aaron Carter. His mom was trying to get Aaron Carter to lie, saying that Michael Jackson was touching him and shit. Because
exactly.
Agents are willing to pay them to basically lie about it, and Aaron Carter refused to do it.
Yep.
Like it's just crazy how deep that shit fucking goes.
Yeah, they had to get him because he was about to fucking win a case and win a bunch of music rights.
Yeah. About to rat everyone out.
He's about to get the rights to the Beatles. He's about to buy it from Sony.
Damn.
Yeah, he was about to win a case from Sony, I think, when he died. He died from a heart attack.
Like all the
talking about
celebrities.
Talking about Aaron Carter, right? Or who?
No, Michael Jackson.
Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah, Michael Jackson was about to buy a whole shitload of music or win it over a court case or something.
Yeah.
I forget the exact details, but it involves Sony, and he was about to fuck him over really bad.
Yeah,
and he was actually pretty good as like an entrepreneur. You know, like he never really did anything to like fuck people over. Not too many times. There's one court case that just like was wild. He literally did a moonwalk and like won the jury.
He's like, I'm innocent.
It was like a plagiarism. It was like a plagiarism case. It was like copyright. Like he used a certain like bass line or something. I don't know. You could listen to the song side by side. It's like a famous case. But he literally just like when it came up to him, like, you know, he was called to the stand or whatever. He just turned on one of his tapes. It was just dancing in the front of the courtroom. Dancing. He fucking won.
That's how you do it.
The jury got a free concert from the
Michael
biggest
Jackson,
pop star in the world.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Damn. Who said you can't dance yourself to freedom?
He was a wizard.
Oh, man, dude. He really was the king, man. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. Like he really was a badass. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate that he tried to get so involved with kids.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get involved in kids in any capacity without looking a little weird.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
You know, running all those child sex trafficking charities.
Yeah.
That looks a little weird, doesn't it?
Never heard of that.
Odd.
Yeah, she got what country was it from?
It was Romania.
And she's like banned from Romania now because she started this like kids camp or whatever, and kids went missing.
Jesus.
Yeah, enough kids went missing from her organization, or that she was working for this organization. Enough kids went missing that she was banned from Romania. She can't go back. So it's like, how is that not like on her resume?
Right. Right. Man, it's wild, man.
And nobody talks about it.
Nothing would surprise you these days, man. It's just.
Yeah, it's funny.
The problem is all this shit goes way too deep. It hasn't just been recent. It's been embedded for years and years. It's like with Pam Bondi. She's been hanging out with Trump since she was like 13 years old. You know, so it's like, come on.
Yeah, she's gonna say anything.
She's not gonna say anything at any of those hearings because she's probably fucked Trump when she was like 13 years old. You know?
Yeah, it's possible.
It is possible.
Who fucking knows?
Yep. Who fucking knows?
And then like that Erica Kirk shit, it's like I'm pretty sure like I think Candace Owens or whatever her name was saying that like Erica Kirk is like her handler.
Yeah.
Or his handler basically.
Yeah.
And then once he started figuring shit out, they killed him.
There's a lot of evidence for that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like I've been following all of her stuff. Honestly, I've seen every single episode since Charlie Kirk died. I've followed every single episode, and it's like, damn, dude. There's like she doesn't have a smoking gun, but she keeps releasing new stuff that's just weird,
peeling it back.
Yeah, it's just really weird stuff. Like, hey, this is weird, and this is weird, and this is weird. Like everything about Turning Point is just weird as hell.
Yeah,
like everyone involved. It's like, dude, that organization is totally fake. I don't think Charlie Kirk had any idea what he was getting into. And then I think like once he started noticing, you know, the great noticing. But he started figuring out like, you know, Israel's kind of controlling America.
He's like, oh,
vice versa. Either way, it's bad. Yeah, he's like, oh, this is horrible. Like, yeah, I don't want any money from you guys, and I don't want any money from you guys. And then, you know, he had like a phone call at like 4 a.m. the day before he was flying to Utah. And it was with like a rabbi and Josh Hammer, like some PR guys. you know, fucking, they were talking to him at 4 a.m. And it's like, dude, why would they need to talk to him right before this Utah
And why so fucking early?
event?
Yeah.
Why that time in the morning? Then Josh Hammer is like, oh yeah, we were discussing the best talking points that he would use.
Good time for that.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
Don't let the guy wake up or eat breakfast or anything.
Yeah, all these questions he was having, he just decided, like, you know what? Never mind. I need to refresh myself on the talking points for pro-Israel. Like, I need to make sure people agree with Israel.
That's wild, dude.
Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all.
It's wild.
But yeah, it's some crazy shit. Another thing I only heard once. Nobody's really talking about it that much, but have you heard the exploding mic theory?
I have.
That the microphone itself was an explosive and that it's a shaped charge. So it explodes in a direction.
Yeah.
And people say it was like aimed at his neck. Like,
there's so many different weird things I've seen that don't add up with everything about that.
Well, the thing
because every theory about it makes sense except for the actual narrative.
Well, about the exploding mic,
right? It's weird, huh?
Isn't that weird?
It's weird.
How does like eight other theories from different directions of where it got shot, who shot it, which person was involved? This one was, but that one wasn't. How do all of those even make more sense than what actually happened? That's what's weird.
Or what they say happened. You mean?
Yeah, what they say happened.
Yeah.
I there's no way any of that makes sense. But the exploding mic theory, like a few days after Charlie Kirk got shot, there was a munitions plant in like Tennessee or Kentucky or something. It exploded and killed like 16 people that were working there. The thing is literally like a fucking crater because it was an explosives manufacturer.
Yeah.
And it exploded and it was literally just a parking lot after the event happened. And that plant in Tennessee specializes in shaped charges. Like for like, breaching and things like that. So explosives that launch in a specific direction. But literally days after the Charlie Kirk assassination, that place explodes. And it's like, if they had an exploding mic and they needed a shaped charge, they ordered it from a certain place. Like
they want to bury the paper trail and everything.
Yeah, like
yeah.
And what strikes me weird about all the footage of him getting shot, nobody turned around.
No, everybody fucking watched it.
The gunshot would happen from behind everybody because it was on a building behind everybody.
Yeah,
allegedly.
you think if you heard a gunshot, you'd be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, everyone would turn around and be like, "What was that?"
Yeah, not one fucking person.
Not one person turns around in that footage. So that pop, that gunshot or whatever people heard, that happened in front of everybody because they didn't turn around, they didn't look around.
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
Boom, and then everybody's like,
yeah, they were already looking at the noise.
Exactly.
It's
really weird.
I mean, I did see a couple of interviews of like people describing what they felt was, like the speed of the bullet. You know what I mean? Like all that. I did see interviews that
somebody did describe like feeling like a bullet whizzing by their head.
Yeah, just whizzing by. You know what I mean?
Were they people that in the trajectory of like where they say the shooting came from? Or were they somewhere else in the crowd?
Because that stage where they're at, you know how it slants down like that, and then I guess because of the angle, you know what I mean, it just barely went like going over, people's heads. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I mean, like if Charlie was here and they say the shot came over here, are the people that were in this area saying that they heard the shot whizzing by, or is it like somebody over here that said they heard the shot whizzing by?
I think he was like somewhere like within the crowd,
up close,
the denser crowd.
Okay,
the denser crowd.
Yeah, so somewhere probably up close. So
the denser crowd. You know what I mean? So like,
I don't know.
So I mean, you never know. I mean,
you never know because I mean that still doesn't eliminate the fact that it could have came from somewhere else than what they said because there's that guy that like pulled his sleeve like the exact second the fucking shot is heard. Like on the video,
the guy who runs security for their team.
The guy next.
Yeah, they're all just like.
Making weird signals.
The guy next to him.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the maroon shirt theory? There was a whole bunch of people in the footage wearing just plain maroon t-shirts. And
a bunch of them?
Yeah, like a bunch of guys. Like you could point them out in the footage. So you'd be like, "Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one." There's like a bunch of different guys wearing a plain maroon t-shirt, and you could. And Like they're like military guys. You could tell just the way they're standing.
Yeah.
Like they're fit. You know, every single one of them is like a fit dude.
like,
yeah. So it's like,
dude.
dude, all those guys are involved in an operation.
Something.
There's a whole bunch of dudes in the crowd that are all wearing maroon shirts. And like that's like a known like tactic for like, you know, covert operations.
Why would they make it so obvious though? If they were trying to
No,
get away
that's
with
it's
something?
not though. It's not obvious. When you're there, you're not counting how many people are wearing a plain shirt. You know, so
I guess,
it's like,
but I mean, obviously, if somebody's pointed it out now that they're looking back at stuff, they would have to have known that somebody's going to look back at the footage and probably notice something like that. They're looking for patterns anywhere in the footage.
No, that's the thing. There are going to be things that they missed that they didn't think of, right?
I guess.
So the whole plain colored shirt tactic, that's to blend into the crowd, so you're not noticed, but people who are in the know can say like, oh, he's got a maroon shirt, that's one of my guys. You know, you have to be able to identify your guys, so you wear a color of the day, you know, and that day it was maroon,
right?
So this guy was looking through the Epstein files and he typed in color of the day in the files that got released, and there's a whole bunch of he found it 19 times where a color of the day was listed. The one day that he found like that Charlie Kirk got murdered, for that day, the color of the day was redacted. In all of the 19 searches, the one color,
the only time it's redacted,
the only time it's redacted is on the day that Charlie Kirk got assassinated.
On that day, huh?
Yeah.
Has maroon ever been used in any of the other days, though?
Oh, I'm sure. There's only so many colors.
That's why I wonder.
Like,
I wonder if they like cycle out like 2 or 3 colors. And
but it's that coincidence alone. I'm just saying, like,
for sure.
It's the out of 19 cases where he found color of the day in an operation, and all the operations are redacted. You know, they don't want to give away the operations.
Talking about that right now?
But I mean,
why it's
this
redacted.
is
why
like
would you redact the color of the day?
Yeah,
color
this is like a
of the
recent
day.
finding because those files only came out like a few days ago. You know, like a week ago. So people are finding things because there's like fucking millions of pages.
I don't think they should be redacting anything. I don't give a fuck.
Well, law states you only redact like operations that are involving national security, and
right. So why would the color of the day violate?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're redacting things illegally.
Yeah.
So there's 2 things that you have to redact is national security threats and the names of victims. So you don't redact people who are incriminated in crimes, you know, and people who are, you know, like co-conspirators, things like that. Like you can't redact any of that shit.
Yeah.
That's public knowledge. Like release it.
I don't know. I could see maybe the national security thing, but at the same time, it's like, who's to really say what qualifies as national security and what are you just hiding under that umbrella?
Well, what I know for a fact is that you have a list of co-conspirators in a pedophile ring where billionaires are involved in multiple countries. It has nothing to do with America and a lot to do with Israel. So it's a lot of billionaires from all over the world, and Israel is running it, or allegedly Israel's running it, you know. But you have this whole operation, and fucking I forgot where I was going with that. What were we just talking about?
National security?
Yeah. And then before that, Charlie Kirk, you know, like
Yeah, and I think
went into the
like nobody's really asking the questions about like how are we ignoring any of this? Like how is nobody going after the people, and like they're redacting their names and, you know, protecting them, but it's like there's nothing in the law saying that we need to redact these names. So it's like
I just can't see how anything could possibly jeopardize national security so much in the Epstein files. Like, why would Epstein know anything or have any conversations at all, period, with anything that involves national security that needs to be redacted from his files?
There isn't.
Exactly.
There is no reason.
Exactly. So in my opinion, I don't know. Personally, I think everything should be released. I don't think anything should be redacted, even the victims' names. I'm sorry. The only way anything is going to come to light is when everything is fully revealed, and the only way we can truly know for sure everything that happened is when everything is released.
I think that you can nail everybody to the wall without releasing the victims' names.
The problem is
Yeah.
who gets to oversee what is actually qualified as a victim name and not just something that they're hiding under that umbrella the same way they are with national
Yeah,
security.
I mean, every system
It's
is
hard.
corruptible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
every
like
system
the
is
only way to
corruptible.
truly know is to just release everything.
Release everything.
And I know that sucks for the victims, but
Yeah.
it's like,
you know,
how is any of this going to end
yeah.
if we can't prove anything because they're hiding under these redacted?
Well, like what I'm
Bullshit.
saying is we could shine enough sunlight on it without redacting those.
Well, then they need to unredact everything else.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's
Everything else.
with those two rules, the national security one is iffy. I'll give you that. The victims' names, I completely understand that one. Like, but we have to have like some sort of like unbiased committee go over this. And
there
look
has
through
to
these
be some sort
unredacted
of
files.
like checks and balances with the redacting then. Like
Yep.
a certain amount of people obviously are going to see the victims' names. But, you know, like a few is better than, you know, everybody.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like there needs to be enough that we can check and balance what's being redacted.
I
rather
think
than,
that we need to just put Thomas Massey in charge of it. Thomas Massey's fucking killing him, dude.
Yeah.
He's taking him
Yeah.
out. He's like the only guy I trust in Congress anymore.
Yeah, man.
It sucks that he's from fucking Kentucky.
what's wrong with that?
I mean,
I wish he was from Arizona.
Yeah.
We'd have
I
like
mean-
at least a decent congressman in Arizona.
I mean, and he's Republican at that, but like he's not, you know, he's not beating around the bush. You know what I mean? You know, at least with this stuff going on, you know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
really killing it. Like right now, he's like, you know what, you know, just straight getting to the point.
He's like the only congressman with principles. Like he follows these principles and he's just like, nope. He votes no on everything because it's like, no, we're not spending more. Nope, we're not spending more.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just votes no.
Yeah, we don't
And,
have
like-
the money already.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like we're already fucking $38 trillion in debt. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I remember when I was in high school, it was like 4 trillion or something, and everybody's like, "Holy shit, it's in the trillions." And it's like, yeah. Well, now it's 38 trillion, or probably more.
Oh yeah, that's never getting paid down.
It's going
Yeah.
to get higher.
Yeah, no, it's never getting paid out.
So now you have a $1.5 trillion budget
Why-
on the military.
That's why why should we pay any taxes or debt or anything like that if our own government can't? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, government.
Fuck the banking system. Fuck
This is-
money.
Yeah.
that's
No,
gonna collapse eventually.
No, I like money.
Yeah.
Money is good. Don't say fuck money. Money is good because it's
Money's corruptible.
well, like I said before, any system is corruptible, right? You can corrupt any system, but you can do your best and shore up the corruption. You can try to like keep the corruption out and you can do a pretty good job. But if the people making the rules are benefiting off of the corruption, they're going to make rules that just exacerbate the corruption.
Mhm.
You know, so what you have to do is take out those people, but it's really hard because they run this fucking private organization called the Federal Reserve,
Mhm.
and they're just allowed to vote to print more money
Yeah.
whenever they're running out.
On top of interest.
Yep. And the government pays the price, which means the taxpayers, the people, pay the price.
Mhm.
And here we are.
Yeah.
We're all fucking starving, or about to be.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty fucking close. I can't afford beer anymore.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I hate currency. I think individual
The i-
trade.
the-
No, well,
the idea
you
of
can't.
it.
If
I
I,
mean,
want,
it's-
if I want steaks, I can't go to the guy with steaks and trade something. I don't produce anything. You know,
Yeah.
there's like 90% of the population aren't farmers anymore.
Yeah.
That's the
nobody
problem,
produces
though. If
things.
everybody
Yeah.
needs to go back to that, I think.
I don't think so. I think that's a radical fucking statement.
Yeah, it probably is, honestly. But
No, I don't like. I think that currency is necessary for societies to live in such large numbers. Like we have to have some sort of.
Then there needs to be a better way.
Yeah, we have to have a trade for value. But the problem is, like back in like the Nixon times, like we went off the gold standard. So every dollar meant it was worth a specific amount of gold. And then at some point, it was during the Nixon administration. I don't know the whole story behind it. It's probably a lot of fucking shit regarding the Federal Reserve and some deals they made, but they went off the gold standard. So that means that now you can print money and just say that it's worth this much gold. But
so what are you saying? Go back to gold?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, that would be a better currency. It would be a more solid currency. The fact that it exists with a specific value on it, like even Bitcoin is better.
Well, here's the thing. So it's like, obviously, God, I guess there's no way around that, right? Because it has to be something that you can't create.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you can create infinite amount of it, then
it loses
that's
value.
like paper. Like paper, you can just keep printing it and printing it and printing it.
It's literally stealing money from people.
Yeah.
So anybody who has dollars,
it's like I'm not gonna take your dollar. I'm just gonna go print more dollars so that your dollar's worth less.
Yeah. Or your dollar's worth less. I don't care. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I have $1 trillion.
But now I have a bunch of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have one.
And we're gonna give them to Israel.
Yeah.
just because we want to. Because they're our greatest ally.
Man.
Sure.
They're so valuable. They produce so much for the US.
Right.
Sure.
They're about to produce a massive, like, mega resort
that we don't need.
Nobody fucking needs it.
Yeah. They just keep building a bunch of dumb shit that nobody needs.
Yep, pretty much, dude.
That's why we keep going in debt.
Yeah.
We should be spending that money to fucking fix the homeless problem. Fix the streets, fix buildings instead of building new ones.
Yes.
Mental health.
Also, like, we need to fix education.
Education,
yeah.
That's
because we don't pay teachers enough to care.
Yeah.
That's a problem, but I think one of the biggest problems is probably the curriculum and the standards for learning.
Well, that's a whole different discussion.
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah.
So education needs to be fixed.
Because that's its own fucking corruption.
Well, I remember spending 12 years in school and thinking I was doing the same lessons over and over. You know, like I took English every single year I was in school. It's like, I didn't need the last 6 years of it. Like 6 years of learning English, that's a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah.
And after that, just here's a book list. Like, just read. Just fucking read. You know, you want to get more into analysis, there's courses for that if you really are interested. If you're not, at least you can comprehensively read something, you know?
I think you can learn a lot more from a really good teacher than you can from 6 years of the same fucking class. Like, I learned more about English and grammar from my 6th grade teacher than I did the rest of high school. You know? And that's just because she was an English major.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she actually cared about that shit. She was also our librarian at one point. You know, so she really gave a shit. You don't have teachers that give a shit anymore because they're also not getting paid enough. We have athletes that are making millions of dollars every fucking year just to keep us entertained from what else is going on. Meanwhile,
well, that's a small number of people. I would look more at like corporate managers that don't actually do anything, or like administrative staff, or like an NGO, you know, like they're just banking off of taxpayer money. That's crazy to me. An athlete, yeah, there's like a couple hundred football players. Like, fine, you go make your millions. I don't care. Like, they're like actors, you know, actors make millions. Go ahead. There's not very many of them.
I just don't see why anybody needs to make that much money.
I don't care. Make all the money that people are willing to give you. Like, I'm a fan of the free market idea, right? If somebody wants to pay you $20 million for a movie, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do with your money. That's fine. You can be a billionaire. Okay, fine. Just don't, if somebody's better than you, you can't cut their legs out from under them. You can't stifle the competition. You have to be better than them. Like, it's a competition about who's best, who makes the best product. It's not like there's too many companies out there that fucking cut the legs off of all the competition. They're like, that's how they make their money. They just stop everybody else. Like, Big Pharma is a good example. You know, they stop all the small compounding, you know, the compounding pharmacies that make drugs for way cheaper than Big Pharma does. they're trying to like out-regulate them, make it impossible for them to make any drugs because they're like, oh, they're using unclean labs. And it's like, the fuck, you guys inspect us more than anyone else. Like, you don't inspect big pharma labs, but you inspect the little guys. So it's like they're out-regulating the competition so that way they can keep their prices really high.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like the free market would be like, no, if they can make it cheaper, good for them.
Yeah.
Like, you compete.
Let the people choose.
Yeah, who can have the lowest price? That's who gets the market. That's where this whole society's gone wrong, honestly. So I don't care how much people make. You know, as long as they're not taking out their competition, make as much as you can. I don't care.
Pretty good point.
Like, there can be billionaires if they earned it.
I just think, in a consistent sense, like I think teachers are just way underpaid, and the fact that athletes are paid so much and teachers are not,
I think,
is retarded.
I think teachers are underpaid, but I think that's a symptom of the system. I think that the administrative part of that system is bloated, and I think that the teachers are handcuffed. Or in a worse scenario, they're propagandized to believing that this curriculum is the best thing for children. It's like, no. Children, like, class sizes need to be smaller. Kids need to be categorized into what they're good at, pretty much. Like, we need to have like more individualized teaching.
Well, they need to teach more things too, besides just English every year.
They
because
need to
like
expand the teaching.
Most people who graduate high school don't know how to fucking file their taxes.
Yeah.
At that point, you're working. Why aren't you teaching that your senior year?
Yeah.
You know, there's so many things like that are useful as an adult that they just don't teach you.
See, but that's another form of competition. If everybody was really well versed on tax law, that would be a competition for the upper class.
But that comes back down to currency, though, because currency breeds greed. And when that's where that kind of competition gets nasty, because then you start stripping away the education from people, from everybody that should have that education, because you want people to go pay for your institution rather than just giving it to everybody because everybody deserves the right to know that shit.
I can't see a society this large without currency. That's the problem.
Well, I know. I'm just saying there needs to be some sort of change there, because when you have that kind of currency, it just breeds the greed that comes with that kind of bullshit and limitations and propaganda and everything else. Because again, I think that kind of knowledge should be granted to everybody. It shouldn't be granted to just those that can fucking afford it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's bullshit.
I agree with you. And this is why...
Especially something like taxes, because that's where the rich get you over people like us, where we just don't make a whole lot of money. The tax law is completely catered towards people that are richer, you know? So it's just like...
Mm-hmm.
Well, so they're richer, so they get the benefit of knowing that information, but because they know that information, they get richer, and therefore that kind of information affects them less, you know? So it's just... Yeah,
that's
fucking bullshit.
Well, that's the system that was created on purpose, right?
100%.
So that was created on purpose. Like, most people want to believe that, well, I should say most Republicans believe that, you know,
pick yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah, pick yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah,
these rich people, they earned it because they worked super fucking hard. And, you know, the liberals are on the other side, where it's like, it's all corruption and greed, and it's all just, you know, nepotism, and it's a mixture of both. Like, there's people that worked really hard to get there. Absolutely. And there's also people who just like, you're going to run the company someday.
Yeah.
You better do well in school and show me you can take over the company when you get older. Like, that's fourth generation of that. Just imagine who that guy is. Fucking douche, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for fair competition. You know, somebody who wants to work their ass off to make more money, fine. Mm-hmm. But somebody who's like a shithead and who's gonna fuck over other people to get ahead.
Yeah, that's for some reason that's more common than ever.
Yeah, that's more common. That's most
everywhere. It's everything. You know, like that's why I can kind of agree. Like, everything's kind of a scam. Yeah. Everything is to fuck you. Everything is to make them richer and you poor.
That's why I can't make money right now.
That's all.
Well, none of us can make money.
That's all CEOs and up like super like high position people. You know what I mean? And then it's been proven that most of them, if not all of them, you know what I mean, they're psychopaths. You know what I mean? You kind of have to be a bit of a psychopath to you know, be able to just, you know,
Or like
Not-
Elon Musk.
Yeah, like not care about like
You got to be able to read a self-help book without vomiting.
it.
You know how many
That's impossible.
you know how many meetings I've been to my last company, like where they talked about a self-help book the CEO read or something, like quoting that. We got to change our soundtrack, guys. Just like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm about to vomit on the floor.
What-
Don't say that again.
What is it about that stuff that is like so vomit inducing though? Because like I feel the same way. Because like when I used to sell cars, everything was always like, let's be positive, let's watch inspirational videos, let's go, rah rah rah. And to me, it's just like, you know, like
it's just manufactured.
It just pisses me off.
It's manufactured enthusiasm. You know, it's just like fake.
Yeah, like I
fake
can't
it till you
put on
make
a
it.
fucking smile to make you money. Like fuck you.
Yeah. It's like people who laugh at their own jokes so they can get everyone else to laugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, it doesn't work, dude. Just because you get people to laugh that way doesn't mean they think you're funny.
Yeah.
They're just laughing because it's awkward.
They probably want to, or they want to shut you up.
Yeah. They don't want you to feel bad. Just like when they say, when you got to change our soundtrack, you just go, yep. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll totally change my soundtrack. I'll change it from Black Dahlia Murder to Amon Amarth. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys could come by.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I've been wanting to have Carlos on for a while.
I agree.
I've known you for a little bit, and fuck, I've seen you play. Holy shit, dude. It blows my mind. Every time I see you play, whatever the fuck Dan writes.
Whatever. yeah. Dan's a beast.
A guitarist writing
He's
drums.
having a lot of fun with it, though.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Is it different when a guitarist writes drums?
I'm used when I get to honestly, no, that's typically how it goes. It's typically how it goes. Usually the writer of the band, you know, is normally a one-man band type of thing, you know what I mean? Last project I was in, that's the same thing, same situation. The guitarist was the one who wrote everything. Of course, he allows me to do
freedom of expression. You got to be able to add your input.
Add my feel.
Or else you're just a studio drummer.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
my thing usually is like, this is the feel of the drums I'm kind of going for. This is kind of the pace and the vibe that I'm going do whatever you want.
You're like, please change it.
Yeah. Well, make it better. Like, especially him, you know, like luckily I've been blessed with drummers that I can just be like, take what I have and make it your own and make it better. And they always do.
Attila was pretty good at that too.
Yeah. And Carlos is fucking insane. You know, like he's
dude,
really good at like all the ghost notey stuff that I like to write in my stuff. Cause like Gojira, and like he picked up on that right away. He's like, yeah, I can see where the Gojira.
When's your next show?
We actually have one. We just booked one March 18th. It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah. But we're actually super excited to play it, even if it's on a fucking Wednesday. I think that's gonna be rad.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. It's first show playing middle of the week.
Yeah. Plus,
well, I'll go.
Yeah, I have tickets if you want it. They're $18, but we're kind of.
You got merch yet?
That's what we're working on.
Come on, dude.
We're working on it.
Get some fucking merch.
We were just talking about shirts the other day. So we have technically 3 shirt designs made. We're just trying to get the shirts.
Yeah.
So sometimes that involves needing the capital up front, but we know a guy that might front us the merch up front so we could just pay him later.
I want to see some plain shirts, kind of like the Vexum one you're wearing. Just like some plain ones with like interesting colors or something. Yeah. That'd be cool.
We got some pretty good ideas.
We have an idea where it is pretty simple. The name Innate One, and then we have that handprint IO that we made, that logo that we've been kind of slowly introducing is going to be on the front, and that's it. Just a plain shirt.
Yeah, I like the plain ones.
So we got something like that, and we have a couple with our like artwork from our first EP. So like some of the songs, so like Stoned Ape Theory, the artwork for that's on one of them with the name Innate One, and then we got the hand IO on the back, and then I think we got one for Ohm too, the Home artwork, same thing, hand IO on the back.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It looks nice. I like it.
So we got a couple that we're trying to get out. It's just like I said, trying to get the shirts. But we got a couple things that we're also working on. So we got a lyric video that I'm working on right now. I'll be releasing that here in a couple days.
A what video?
A lyric video.
A lyric video?
Yeah. For you already know the song Serpent's Trial. We're going to be releasing that. We recorded it with Jared.
My favorite one so far, dude.
It's the first recording we have with live drums. So it's got actual Carlos drums on it.
Nice.
And so it's going to be dope. So
when
are
you releasing that?
I'm trying to have it done by the 18th. So a month before our show. So probably here in about 5 days or so. So I'm going to try to have that done here pretty soon. And we'll throw that out.
When do you want to like surprise release that, and then like just start like a month ahead, couple weeks ahead?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna drop it
a week ahead.
Yeah,
a week ahead of the show. Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to figure it out. We're doing a couple things, so but and then we're still working on a new EP that's coming up too. So we've been working on that, and we're kind of changing the way we're recording too. So, well,
that's good.
Yeah.
Are you recording yourself? You still working with Jesse?
You mean Jared?
Yeah, Jared. Sorry. Yeah, Jared.
So we initially were planning on recording our 5-song EP coming up with Jared. I think I recorded Lineage. I think I recorded Lineage and it had programmed drums.
Yeah.
And then we recorded Serpent's Trial that had live drums. And this Lineage was still in the early process. We were kind of trying to decide how we wanted Lineage to go because we were kind of changing it a little bit. So we didn't really like the way it was coming out. So we took that off. And then we recorded Serpent's Trial with Jared and Mark Gray. We did the drums with Mark Gray.
Mm-hmm.
And that came out really good. So we're going to use that. But the problem is like money. We're still trying to get money together. So it's just like pay for recordings, pay for merch. Like, you know, we're kind of stuck in this hard place of like, what do we want to really do? And it's like, man, fuck. You know, if we're going to do live drums, we're not going to do programmed drums. So like, fuck, I can track. I know how to track. I've gotten into audio, engineering and all of that stuff. So it's like, fuck, I can track the drums. I can track the guitars. I can track the vocals, save us a little bit of money. And then maybe still send them out to Jared to mix and master, So, because like I can kind of mix, but I can't really master. I haven't like mastered that at all.
Yeah.
Jared's definitely way more experienced in that, but I'm pretty confident in my ability to track. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now. I think we're going to try to track it ourselves and then send it out to get mixed and mastered.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's so far I'm liking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was the reason why we decided to go that way, actually, because so obviously we have like the 5-song EP coming up, but I also showed him that I have an album written already that's after that is all new stuff. So I showed him that album, and one of those songs that I showed him was a demo that I recorded myself, and I mixed and mastered the demo and everything. And he was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why aren't we recording ourselves? Basically, like if you could do that, why aren't we recording ourselves?
I mean, I feel like you have enough knowledge to like, make it like at least a good quality, good standard, so I don't see why you couldn't do it yourself. You've done it for enough. I did it for
Arcanaut like 4 times, trying to, get good at it. Obviously the 4 times I was fucking shit at it, but but I have definitely learned a lot more since then. And we're also like recording to a click too. So we're trying to get like super accurate with shit and like
getting used to that. You know what I mean?
We're trying to more of an equipment issue at this point.
It was, I think before it was more of an equipment issue. Like the mics we had were just shit, and we were just doing it a little bit differently. That's still burning, by the way. But yeah, so like now we have like 2 different sets of drum mics. I have like 8 different SMB or SM57s or whatever the fuck. I got a bunch of different mics and stuff. So, and then I have a 8-channel Scarlett Focusrite 18i20 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I saw it.
I have a big ass interface. So I'm like, fuck, I can put 8 microphones on his kit, you know, and then, you know, record them to a click, and there's your perfect drums. And then I could come in and track my guitars like I normally do anyway. And then I could track Luis, obviously. Luis is fucking phenomenal vocalist, so it's easy to track Luis, you know.
Where are you tracking this? Just in the studio?
So I think we're gonna track drums at Francisco Studios. I'm probably gonna also track my guitars there. It doesn't really matter where I track mine because I do DI and then we reamp it later. But depending on how me recording the drums goes, I may reamp the amps myself too. So, and if I do that, I'll probably do that at the studio too. And then I think we're gonna record Luis's vocals at his house. We're kind of setting up like a little, we call it HQ2. So we have like a second computer over there. Our big stacks are over there because I don't use my amp in the studio either. I use the Quad Cortex just straight through my cab. But like he has his old Marshall cab, his piece of shit Marshall cab, and that's what my EVH is going through. And then he has his triple rec going through his B52. So our big stacks are just over there. So I could technically reamp the amps over there. That was kind of half the purpose since we have those 2 beastly amps and then record his vocals in his closet. So we're kind of building that out to be a vocal booth.
Nice.
So hell yeah.
Sick.
It's getting there.
Is it the same room we did the hot chip challenge? The one in the back that has like a step down to it?
Yeah, that's probably, I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
Yeah,
you guys did that without me. That was when I was like taking a step back from Arcanaut.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because you guys did it live, right? Because I think I remember watching it live.
Yeah,
while you guys were doing
it was retarded.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was fun.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was in that room.
Yeah, I remember Attila took out a second chip in the middle of it and ate a second one.
Oh man,
it's just like they really weren't that bad.
Yeah,
like fucking.
Well, we all ate spicy as fuck food all the time anyway, so it's like you can't.
I've had hotter shit at restaurants.
Oh, was it like one of those chips that are like really, really super hot?
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah, the ones by Pocky. They're like a 1 chip challenge. It comes with like it's like $4 for the chip.
For one chip.
I've seen those.
It's a gimmick. It's like I've had hotter fucking Nashville chicken. I've had Nashville chicken that is fucking incredibly hot. It's like not even worth eating.
You could go to Wingstop and get something hotter than that fucking chip.
Wingstop is lame. I'm talking
exactly my point.
There's
like their atomic is not really like all that hot.
Yeah, the atomic at Buffalo Spot is better.
Buffalo Spot, I don't think I've been there.
Buffalo Spot's delicious, dude. It's like a chain, but it's pretty good. They have buffalo fries. I just get those all the time. There's like chicken nuggets on top of French fries. They put like super hot sauce on it. But
that's the way.
But yeah, there's this place called Twist Chicken on the west side.
Twist
it's like
Chicken,
75th Avenue in Thunderbird. And
I've driven by there. I haven't tried that yet.
Twist is so fucking good, dude. I love that place. They have one called, or their heats are like mild, medium, hot, and can't touch this. And then they have like one called like Devil's something.
Devil's anus.
Devil's cum. I don't know. But it's like you have to sign a waiver. It's like sponsored by ASU. Or
so you might trigger a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Jesus Christ.
Ridiculous. I've never tried that one. I like the can't touch this though. That one fucking makes you sweat. It's so good though. It tastes. I get the Nashville mac and cheese. So it's like chicken nuggets with the sauce on it. Or no, it's like 2 big ass tenders with the sauce on it, but it's just on a bunch of mac and cheese in a box. Like, I don't know. It's really good. Their mac and cheese is delicious.
Fucking A.
Twist is worth it. And they have beers.
Nice.
Right.
So you can get like some IPAs while you're sweating your balls off eating chicken.
Our thing lately has been fucking Jet's Pizza. Yeah, it's actually on like 75th and Thunderbird as well.
Jet's Pizza?
Jet's Pizza. Bro. You get the ultimate pepperoni with the fucking turbo crust. The turbo crust.
Turbo crust,
Bro.
The fuck is that?
You want it?
Just
It's a bunch of fucking seasonings and like
It's
garlic
like
butter.
Cajun or something.
Yeah,
or
it's something like that, but it's like deep dish.
fucking turbo crust.
Yeah, it's badass, dude. It's
Like-
just, oh man.
Luis was like one day he was like, let's go try that. Me and him got obsessed with it, and then we were like, Carlos, we we gotta have this before practice one
They
day.
got me into it, man.
That's pizza.
We
I'll have
did
to try
practice that day.
Yeah. It was amazing.
It's
Yeah.
too much pizza.
Too much
It
pizza.
was good. You can't stop eating it. There's nothing.
It's just-
there's not one thing you can find wrong with that pizza.
It's just like so.
Dude,
good.
I always recommend Ziggy's Pizza.
Ziggy's. What's that?
If you're ever downtown, there's this place called Ziggy's Stardust.
Okay.
And it's this pizza place, and I guess they have like this weird like club in the back. If you go like just walk past the counter like into their back room, there's like this swinging door. It looks like a kitchen, but it's actually like this weird club with like an arcade back there. It's like this hidden like speakeasy kind of thing. But the pizza there is so delicious. When I was working at the Orpheum in like downtown Phoenix,
Yeah.
I could just walk there. It was only like a half
Oh,
mile
so it's
away.
over. It's over there then.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right in downtown Phoenix, but it's like on the northwest side. So it's like right as you're coming in on like 7th Street.
Yeah.
I think it's on 4th Street technically, but it's yeah, that pizza's really good. They always have like
Nice.
different flavors. Like there's like a flavor of the week. They like change it out.
I always forget about the Orpheum Theater. I always wondered what it'd be like to like maybe play a show there.
Dude, if they did a metal show,
That
I would
sounds
go there
sick.
for sure.
Absolutely.
I wonder if well
It's all seated, isn't it?
yeah, but the person I knew who worked there, my cousin's husband, my cousin-in-law, yeah, he used to work there, but I don't think he works there anymore. I always wanted
Did you
to
say you
ask
ran
him
the
if they-
audio there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was a production coordinator, so he ran the whole production, but he was an audio specialist. There was 2 production coordinators. The other one was a guy named Todd. He was a really cool guy too. I liked him, but he was a lighting specialist. So it was like those 2 would have to be on site for a production whenever it was happening. It had to be one of them on site for the production, but they would switch off. And
Mhm.
Dylan ran the audio, and he would just set it up beforehand and be like, Todd knew a little bit about audio, so he'd be able to like set it up. And he took the shows where the performers had their audio guy come in. It was usually Todd would come in because he didn't have to touch the audio at all. He could just set it up and like have the stage hands like me. I was working as a stage hand. I would just set up all the audio before the show happened.
How long ago was he working there?
Dylan?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he got a new job like 2 or 3 years ago.
Because I used to be a roadie for Arizona Event Support, I think was the company name, and I actually did a show at Orpheum Theater for Cirque du Soleil's like Christmas special or some shit a couple years back.
Interesting.
So I wonder if I like met him at some point.
Maybe.
Because like part of our job was like running audio, like running cables, setting up speakers, putting up displays and shit. Like I also roadied for like there was a show Rob Zombie and Lincoln Park over at Tempe Beach Park or some shit like that. Like that, all we did was run audio the whole time and set up like the big LED screens. But
That's pretty badass.
yeah, there was like Cirque du Soleil's like Christmas special. It was fucking weird. We were there running audio and setting up their props.
Yeah, I did a lot of weird shows there.
At Orpheum, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They don't do anything normal over there.
They do like cultural stuff. They have some political
Yeah.
shows there. They have like a lot of talk shows.
Do they do comedy shows there at all?
There's a lot of comedians that go through there too. Comedy shows are easy, like seated events, anything where people would be seated,
So not
like
metal.
literally, not metal, not rock, not
Yeah.
like pop, not EDM. Like it's not. There's no dance floor. There's no like mosh pit. There's nowhere to fucking dance. So it's not any sort of dance show. You know, the drag shows go through there. You know, like drag queens from
Oh,
like
yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I saw one. I set up for the show.
Oh,
It
man.
How
was
was
funny
that?
because the way the shows work is like you set up and then they release you for like 3 or 4 hours while the show's going on. If you're not on the stage crew, they would only keep a couple people for the performance.
Right.
And sometimes it wouldn't be me. It's like, fuck, you miss out on 3 or 4 hours of pay, you know, because
Yeah.
when you're on the stage crew, you get paid the whole time. And it's like, I would rather just work the whole time. But, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes I wasn't the lucky draw. But there was a drag show coming through. I think it was Trixie something. Fuck, I forgot the name. She was like on RuPaul or whatever. Or she. It's a guy. But he fucking came through and did a show. There was like another drag queen there. It was like a dual tour or whatever. But I drove all the way home and then picked somebody up and came back to the show. We watched the show together, and it was pretty fun. Just like it was like a comedy show that was like also music. It was just like ridiculously
But like drag theme.
Yeah, it was like drag, but it was just all comedy. It was like raunchy as fuck. Like it was pretty fucking funny.
Hell yeah.
Like it was hilarious.
That's
know?
crazy.
But and then like you know, I drove her home, came back, and like helped break the show down. So I like, you know, drove a whole bunch, but it was still a good time.
Yeah.
But they do all sorts of weird shows, man.
Yeah, nothing normal over there.
Yeah.
It'd be
did
cool
this-
to throw a metal show down over
I did
there.
this weird Mexican show. It was like a Mexican kids TV show. And it was like they had these giant paper mache like kind of heads.
What the fuck?
They're like these weird like heads, or they're like covered in like felt or something. You know, it's like almost like Sesame Street.
Yeah.
It was like a kids show, like
Mhm.
Dora the Explorer almost, like something like that. But it was all in Spanish, and I didn't recognize any of the characters. I fucking forgot the name of it already. Like he was like Beppo or something like that. Like Beppy. I don't know. It was like some weird like little kid, but he had a giant head, and there were these guys, like these young dudes in all these costumes with giant heads on, just like dancing around to this music.
That's like some fucking Blades of Glory shit.
Yeah, it was
When
well,
he goes, "La, la, la."
yeah, it was like really weird.
It's just some like weird on stage, like
But I
big
remember
head shit.
Yeah.
they came in, and the lighting guy came up to Dylan, the guy I know who worked there, the production coordinator. He came up to Dylan and he was like, "Hey, we have lasers. Can we use lasers for this performance?" He's like, "Lasers? Like, what do you mean? Like, you're gonna shoot lasers around like for this show?" He's like, "Yeah." Shows him these lasers, and this guy like could barely speak English. He was like broken English, you know. But he showed him these lasers, and they were like industrial lasers. Like they could
Like
burn
they burn
they
shit?
could burn things, you know. And this is like a historical theater. Like you can't
Just
make renovations.
burning holes in the wall.
Yeah, you
and
can't
shit.
make renovations on this place without getting a permit from the city. You know, it's like, and they're just gonna put these industrial lasers on the, like, in the performance. Like, he's like, "No, you can't use these." He's like, "We have filters. What if we put the filters on them?" And he's like, "Yeah, we'll see." And he finds something on the internet that's like this, you know, like it's just like kind of, you could put in the parameters, like the power of the laser and then the
Yeah.
filter, and it'll tell you the wattage or whatever. And it was still capable of burning things, even with the filter that he had. It's like, "No, dude, we can't put these up in here."
Jesus.
And then I watched the audio guy. I actually got a video of the audio guy. It's like I have a video of this kid. He was like fucking 19 or something, and he was running the board doing a sound check on the music. And I saw him like moving the faders and stuff, and he had like this spectrograph up that showed like the frequency and how loud
shit.
each frequency was. And I saw like right at around fucking 100 hertz, 90 to 100 hertz, just like bass super heavy bass. It was going up to like 105 dB. It's like, it was loud.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
the whole
That's
Orpheum Theater was like,
What the fuck?
That's
like,
loud
and
as
it was
fuck.
like this kids music, like this. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Some like kids production. And it's just
Yeah, I saw him doing that, and I immediately just pulled out my phone.
Fucking bumping.
I was like, I gotta get a video of this, and like, I'm just videoing his back, and then I just zoom in on the spectrograph, and you can see the levels. Just
Yeah.
like, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good video. I still have it, but yeah, that shit was wild.
hell yeah.
But yeah, I did a lot of strange stuff there. My favorite was the mariachi band. I did
At the Orpheum?
Yeah, I ran monitors
dope.
for them. So it was like this whole mariachi band and then a fucking shitload of dancers. There was like 30 or 40 dancers
Oh shit.
Damn.
that like did this performance. But I ran monitors for them. So I had to go to each like musician or each set of musicians, and I had an iPad, and I was like, what do you need more of? You know, I was like trying to give them more of whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And almost every single one of them couldn't speak English. So there was one guy who played the trumpet.
Excuse me.
One of the trumpet players was my translator the whole time. And so he was just telling everybody, like, what do you need? What do you need? And they would just give me thumbs up or thumbs down on stuff. Every single person was like, I need more harp. More harp. It was because they had a harp. And it was like this kid who was like this young kid who had like he was probably like 18 or 19, but he had a wooden harp that was like mic'd up. And I was like, dude, like I'm maxing out the harp on every single person. I was like, that's all you got. Like, that's it.
Fucking max out
Sorry.
the harp. Let's go.
Like, that's it. Like, because it was so quiet. It was like, I don't know, maybe 20 strings. It was a pretty small harp. But you know, he was good.
Fuck
like
yeah.
every single musician up
That's
there
why
was
they're like, no, I gotta have that
amazing,
harp.
dude.
I gotta have it.
Gotta have that harp on it,
The
man.
trumpet players were dope. Dude, I sat right on the side of the stage and listened to the whole performance. Like, watch the dancers like line out and like do the whole dance, and like, dude, it's crazy. That was a fun job.
I bet, man.
Just sucked because like they wouldn't tell you if you had work until the day before.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So it was like, I don't know if I'm working for the rest of the week or not. It's
Right,
like there would be like a whole 4 or 5 days where I would have nothing, no pay. It was like, when I did work, it was like, you know, $30 an hour, and this is like right during COVID times, so it was still all right. Like, the pay was okay for that time. It was slowly getting
But still
unmanageable.
Yeah.
But
Not
it's like
knowing when you're
I'm
gonna
not
fucking work.
knowing if I could pay rent for the month was stressful. I was like, fuck, dude, I can't keep doing this. And then I went and got a real job again. It's like, I gotta just go. I went and did
more
AV.
consistent.
Yeah, working 40 hours a week. Still doing it.
Fuck yeah.
Got a new job recently though, so that's good.
That's good. That's good.
Did
Hell yeah.
security stuff, cameras and card readers.
That'd
Okay.
be dope to do.
It's all right. It's easy.
Oh, my
Right
bad.
now I'm on like a big ass new construction site. They're building this huge school out in like the Agua Fria school
Oh
district.
shit.
And it's a performing arts school.
All right.
But I don't know how they do that in a school district. If it's public school and all the schools are supposed to have the same curriculum, how do you build a performing arts school in a public school district? I don't understand how that works, but I don't know. That's just weird to me.
Yeah.
But this school is super fancy. It's huge. The ceilings are really high, super annoying. And we're having to pull like wire. Like, we have like just the speaker cable for all the speakers in the hallways and stuff. This is for the intercom if they have to do like an announcement. So it's not just music speakers. Like, these are for the intercom, even though they're like the same damn product. But we have to pull 4 miles for one building.
4 fucking miles.
Just for one building. There's
Jesus.
4 buildings. And this is the first level of the first building. There's a couple buildings that are 2 stories, I think 2 that are 1 story. But we're just doing the first building right now. We need 4 miles of cable just for one building.
Is there no way to
speaker
do
system.
that not by hand?
Nope. You have to go on a lift or a ladder and screw hooks into the wall that hold all the cable.
All the way down.
So you put up all the hooks, and then you get all your cable on one end, and you just pull it all through the hooks. Just pull it all through.
And you have to sitting there for
there's
10
like different
minutes fucking pulling
strategies.
cables.
Yeah, there's strategies to it and stuff. And sometimes you get the strategy wrong. And when you get to the end, everything's just fucked up. And you're like, oh no.
And so you have to like redo it again.
Yeah, that happens. It happens
suck.
all the time. It's super easy to mess up. That's the problem with pulling a bunch of cable like that.
That would
it's
piss me
really
off.
easy to mess up. It's like even the most experienced person can like make one little mistake, and it's like, yep, should have not done it that way. Like that fucking sucks. Like it all bunches up at the end, and you're sitting there for like an hour, like, untying a bunch of cable and shit. It's annoying, but
Fuck that.
Oh man.
the worst part is like it's just hot outside. It's like humid sometimes, and fucking I think it's just gonna get hotter now.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Dude, we never really had a winter.
Fuck no, we didn't.
nope, not really.
Except for that 1 week.
There was like 1 week.
That 1 week.
I think there was 1 week in December too.
I don't even know if you can
It's like
count
2
that because
weeks.
it was raining too, and that was the only reason
Was
why
that-
it was that cool.
that's-
No, that
Same.
counts. That's Phoenix snow.
That's Phoenix. It hailed.
It did hail. It hailed.
Yeah.
That week it hailed in a lot of places. That's Phoenix snow.
That's
When
Phoenix
it
snow,
hails
baby.
in the winter. I remember when I was a kid.
I don't know.
One time.
I'm pretty fucking bitter this year. We didn't get any cold weather, so
Yeah, no, we
I'm kind of
didn't.
No, I'm with you, dude.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
I'm not
I agree.
saying that.
It's
I'm
almost
not
March,
pissed,
bro.
But
It's almost March,
It's almost
dude.
March. We
It's
didn't get
almost March,
any
dude.
cold weather.
We didn't
Yeah,
get.
I know.
We didn't get
Last
shit, dude.
February was cold as shit. Damn, it was cold as fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like last winter lasted a long ass time. It lasted till like April.
yeah, I don't
It was
know what's
cold.
going on.
I'm hoping we get like a late winter.
It's probably just too many diesel trucks on the road. Is there anybody who still believes that? There's probably a lot of people.
What,
huh?
global warming?
No, that diesel trucks
Diesel trucks
are causing it. Like
I don't think so, man. That's not. That's.
it's like
It's-
anybody
it'd be
with
ridiculous.
a common sense.
Yeah, it'd be
like,
ridiculous.
cars, really?
Really, dude.
It's nothing else. There's not a single thing that can make the temperature rise.
Mm.
It's got to be the carbon that trees feed off of. Come on. I think it's concrete.
Oh, dude, I was just about to say that, dude.
I think it's concrete. I
Concrete,
think
because, like,
that's the biggest
yeah,
perpetrator.
Concrete is definitely part of it.
at least localized global warming.
Localized.
Localized warming. It's definitely
Well,
Definitely
concrete.
think about
concrete, dude.
Arizona too. Like,
Bro, it gets.
you
it's
not only do you
hot as
have all that
fuck.
concrete, but you have all those AC units outside
Yeah.
running constantly. All that radiation.
I think it's more the concrete creating a heat column.
Yeah,
So all the heat just rises up and just creates this, like, if you think of like a mushroom cloud shape. So it makes this huge hot air bubble, like right above Central Phoenix. And this area in North Phoenix is kind of around it too. There's a lot of concrete up here, and it never rains.
Yeah.
The clouds just go around it every time. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so it doesn't rain in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like that just makes the
You
problem
can you
worse.
can
It
visibly
evens it hotter.
watch the
Yeah.
radar and watch it just go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because all the concrete is
Like,
just making
what
this
the
heat
fuck?
column,
Yeah.
this massive, like the clouds can't even like
It
get in
pisses
there.
me off.
you know?
Yeah.
But-
All that
Yeah.
concrete and shit.
People want to swear we're driving too many cars.
I'm sure it's part of it, but I can't.
It's a different
see it.
issue, honestly.
Yeah, I can't see it being the big
It's
issue.
more of a lung health
You know how much-
issue.
I think concrete is definitely a big part of it because there's a lot of useless, pointless concrete everywhere. All these fucking medians and all these parking lots for no fucking reason other than just to say like, "Hey, you can't pass this line,"
yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
like, it's just stupid. I don't see the point of medians. It's just extra concrete. uselessly pointed
Medians?
concrete. Yeah.
On freeways?
No,
And
freeways, that makes sense because people can't even drive correctly on the one way.
You mean on like a...
I'm talking about like main roads and parking lots. Like, it doesn't make any damn sense.
I could see if they have trees planted.
I was gonna say like plant more trees.
But the thing is, they don't. There's so many that don't even have trees. They have tiny little fuck ass bushes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they have trees, that's good. But if they don't, I could see your point. If it's just rocks,
most of them are though. They are rocks.
Yeah, there's plenty of
like
them.
if you go to Walmart, they have these concrete medians that go down the parking lots that just have a concrete slab for people to walk sidewalk until they get to the front of the store where it drops back down into asphalt anyway, back onto concrete into the store. Why do you need a pathway of concrete?
Well, that might be for wheelchairs. That might be an ADA compliance, which, okay, because all the handicap spots are always attached to those.
Yeah, but it goes all the way down.
Yeah, but the handicap spots are usually like in front of that walkway, and they're flat next to those handicap spots, so the wheelchair can like get onto the sidewalk. And I know they're all the way down, but
if you just make everything flat, why do you need stepped up to concrete anywhere? Why do you need to step up onto a concrete slab anywhere? Why? Well, if you're building a building on a concrete slab, like maybe step into the store, sure. But why do you need to step onto a concrete slab in front of the store and then walk into the store?
I don't know, dude.
Why do you need all that concrete in front of the store? Why do you need all the concrete?
Maybe cars don't jump up like as easily. You kind of like slide instead of jumping up on the sidewalk. Have you ever done that?
I don't know. People are either going to park in the lines or they're not.
There are a lot of idiots out there.
If you're looking at your phone and you're like,
sure, put the pillars, put those like concrete pillars in front of stores so people don't drive up onto the store. But that doesn't mean you need a concrete slab on top of that to put those on. You can just put them straight into the fucking ground. All that extra concrete's not necessary.
But it looks so
No,
clean.
it doesn't.
At least it looks so
Humans are
clean.
so fucking stupid that they need it to be covered in concrete for it to look clean. Plant fucking flowers.
No,
you can do a garden bed if you're going to do fucking concrete there.
You might have to consult a civil engineer for this.
I think city planning is fucking retarded.
Though.
If you're going to have concrete like that, then you need to at least put pillars up to add shade. Why is it that we're in the hottest fucking state, but there's no fucking shade anywhere in any parking lot around here?
Have you seen all those apartment stores that have like...
We need more shade and more trees.
More shade, more trees, like less concrete.
Less concrete.
More shade,
more trees.
Like I think there's one Fry's up, it's like Happy Valley and Lake Pleasant Boulevard or some bullshit. It's like northwest of here.
Yeah.
There's a Fry's up there that actually has like a shaded thing over their parking lot, and it's solar panels. It's like, that's fucking genius.
The one
if
on
you're
Bell,
gonna do that,
the one on Bell.
Yeah, there's one on Bell by the 17. Yep,
that one too.
That's the only other one that I know of that's like that.
There's a lot
Why
of schools
isn't every
that are doing
parking
that.
lot like that?
There's a lot of schools that are doing that now too.
There's actually a school 99th at Beardsley, where I used to live. There's a school over there that has a canopy like that that's all solar. I just think every parking lot should be like that, and especially in Arizona where there's just a shit ton of fucking sun. There's not.
I mean, they could do that. That'd be pretty great. But
it's fucking power.
The power companies have monopolies.
Yep.
And it's at their discretion.
Back to greed.
Yeah. It's monopolies, dude.
We could be improving so many things.
The way I describe it is we live in a corporatist oligarchy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's not we're not in a capitalist society. This is not capitalism.
Well, as they say, we're not even a country. We're a corporation, corporate America.
Yeah,
they call it. That's why you get a birth certificate.
It's like a conglomeration of corporations.
Yeah.
We live in a corporatist or oligarchy. It's not capitalism. This is crony capitalism, where like they make the rules for what capitalism is. Yeah. This is why everybody talks shit about capitalism, and it's like, no, you don't understand. That was the greatest thing that ever happened to humanity. Like, you don't get it. Like, having a tool that converts value between items, that was amazing. What a fucking crazy ass invention. Awesome. like now we have people controlling that.
Yeah, now it's abused.
Like this has been a problem for thousands of years.
Mhm.
People, either counterfeiting or coin clipping.
Yep.
Look that up on fucking not Google.
Not Google.
not Google.
Look it up on Rumble. Look it up on Brave.
No, fuck that. Look everything up on Google.
Yeah, but that shit's been going on for a long time. Currency controlling, money making.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Federal Reserve is just the worst case.
It is.
Maybe not the worst case, but it's the current case that I'm affected by, so I care about it most.
I don't know what to think anymore.
Everything's fake and gay.
Everything's fake and gay and retarded. Everybody's got ADHD. Everybody's got on the spectrum somewhere.
Shit, I've always had ADHD.
We all had mothers that took Tylenol.
No. My mom just ate everything out of a box or like freezer stuff. Like that was just a normal staple in my household. It's like Kraft mac and cheese and like Hungry Man TV dinners. It's like
just shit over manufactured.
I mean, but she
food.
would cook meals too, but it's just everything came from the same grocery store.
Yeah.
And it's like I think that it was kind of the same thing now as it was back then. We're just starting to realize what's in this food we're eating.
Well, the shitty food that they're feeding us used to be more affordable, so nobody thought anything of it. Now everybody's paying close attention. So now they're like, well, wait a minute. We're paying this price, but then the food quality is also shit and it's poison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the problem is that a lot of the studies are sponsored by or funded by, companies that sell the food that are, so it's like
everything just pisses me the fuck off.
You can't
Everything's
win.
tied together.
Right.
There's
Everything's controlled.
You can't win.
You can't regulate the things that are supposed to be regulating. You can't control those that are supposed to be regulating. Like greed. Fucking money.
The best you can do is put in guardrails that make it really, really difficult to corrupt the system.
What does that look like, though? Because to me, those are already in place.
I'm not an expert about it, but I think that there's a lot that are purposely not put up. Like there's a lot of examples out there, but especially like the whole revolving door idea, where like you have a government official who is in close contact with like big pharma, and they go like, hey, you'll have a job on you'll be a chairman on our board. You'll be a fucking part of this committee. We'll give you a job. You'll never have to come into the office. Wink, wink. And then as long as you vote yes on all of these things. And so they vote yes on all those things. They get out of office. They say, well, I'm retiring. They have an election for the new guy, but they just get paid for the rest of their days. They're already fucking 65. That's only like 20 more years. They're probably going to eat too many cheeseburgers. Chilling in fucking like Mexico and Montana, like whatever.
Thailand
in the winter.
Thailand.
Like that's the problem with this system right now, is that revolving door is fucking swinging in every industry. It's like, fuck, dude. Every single one of our government officials, like all the elected ones, they're all lobbied by certain organizations.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have to vote because, we gave you $1 million for your campaign. You're like, okay, well, I guess I had to vote yes for this because they told me to. They're not going to give me $1 million again if I don't. How are you going to be in Congress?
Back to money, bro. Money and greed.
Yeah, how are you going to be a senator for 30 years if you don't just say yes to everything they tell you to?
Yeah.
You're never going to be in the Senate for 30 years.
I don't know. Maybe not pay the motherfuckers so much or at all.
No,
running the government should
That's
be a
the thing, like,
privilege and
if
an
you-
honor.
Well, if you look at their salaries, it's not that much. It's really
they've
not.
got to be getting something that's beneficial to them. Then
Yes, it's called insider information. They've all played the stock market.
still bullshit.
They all have an insane amount of stocks.
Again, money though. Like if that was not a fucking option for them.
Well, that's the thing. Like I was saying, like Thomas Massey earlier, he was trying to get a bill passed that like stopped congressmen from participating in the stock market. Like you weren't allowed to, and any of your immediate family
they'll
members.
find some way around it. They always
Yeah, I
will.
know, but like I said, the only thing you can do is make it as difficult as possible. There's every computer is hackable. Every system is corruptible. The only thing you can do is make it as difficult as possible.
The problem is just like how we were taught in school. It's like there's supposed to be like checks and balances between all the branches of government and shit. But obviously we know that's all blurred and fucking bullshit now too.
Well, yeah,
it's the same thing. That was the best that they thought at the time, was to make it as hard as fucking possible by having checks and balances, and even they still found out.
Yeah, and then 100 years later, it got corrupted.
I mean, to me, it seems like it was a lot sooner than 100 years.
Well, it was already corrupted. If you look up the Revolutionary War and the Freemasons attached to the Revolutionary War, and like how that's all related, like the world banks immediately jumped on that opportunity. They were like, "Oh, a new nation in the West. Like this looks like a good opportunity to grab a bunch of money."
Yep.
Like we'll just put a bank there and let them have their nation. Like that was the whole Revolutionary War. It's not like, oh, we beat the British. No, it's like we should like stop because this is costing too much, and just let them have their country, and we'll own their currency. And like that's kind of how it happened. It's like the Federal Reserve only like it existed for a long time, but it wasn't officially the Federal Reserve until a lot later. But it was like the World Bank, there's a group of people who own the fucking banking industry.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not a secret that
JP Morgan.
Yeah, JP Morgan is a big one. Rothschilds. Yeah. Like there's like fucking 8 families or something.
That family is loaded. They're taken care of.
Couple families in Switzerland. They have a purpose.
Right.
They have their purpose in the system. They're not like everybody else. They're unique.
So I'm saying that shit goes way back, man.
Oh yeah. Like money's a crazy game.
Titanic. Like any major horrific disaster that's ever happened, it's basically been rigged by these fuckers.
Every single one, dude.
Every single one.
Except the volcanoes,
or at least
at least the volcanoes are natural to our understanding.
Don't tell me they rigged the volcanoes, dude. Don't tell me that.
I mean, hey, if they figured out how to change weather and generate clouds and shit, who knows? Maybe they might have generated a way to fucking erupt volcanoes.
Benefited from said tragic events and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they had to have like at least had their hand in benefiting from the events.
Do you think they start wildfires? You think that's 100%. On purpose?
You mean like the Hawaii
one?
Not like that. Not like that.
The Hawaii one was real? You think that was like you think the government did that?
No. I don't know.
It's kind of hard to say because.
But how would they do that?
The thing that drives me crazy about
Not lasers, that's what I heard.
I don't know, dude. I can't count that out. I can't count that out. Like it might be real because I don't know. But the thing that drives me crazy is that like a week or two after that, the governor was already talking about how like, oh, we're going to, the government's going to reclaim the land. Yeah. It's like people own that shit.
Yeah,
people own that land.
Basically, everybody that owned housing over there. Sorry, guys, here you go.
Yeah, we're going to reacquire the land for the government, and we're going to use it. And
sorry, burned down.
Everyone was like, "What? Like,
what?"
Yeah, that's
well, and wasn't he planning to build like some cyber city or some shit where it was going to be like, fuck, I can't remember, but it was supposed to be some like futuristic, like new technology city that they were going to build. Self-sustaining city or some bullshit like that where like everything was powered by solar and blah blah blah, but they were like trying to contract some bullshit like that, and they needed like they basically needed the city to burn down in order to do it. So
Yeah, and then there was a theory I heard where they wanted to build a high-speed rail.
Yeah.
And if you look at the proposed, like,
and it goes in the
trajectory of
exact route
right over where the fires happened. Like
Right.
their projected route for the high-speed rail that the government was going to build was right on top of all where the fires happened.
Like, oh no,
Damn.
all your houses burned
like,
down, but
that's
guess what?
kinda
We're gonna build
sketchy.
this
That's-
like
yeah,
a rail.
That's pretty fucking.
That's
That's
real
pretty
fucking
fucking sketchy. That's pretty fucking
It's
sketchy.
Like, imagine if downtown Phoenix burned down before they built the light rail, in the exact path that they built the light rail.
Right.
That's the exact same thing.
That's the best thing about Phoenix is it can't
like-
burn.
That's the shit.
It's already burned.
It's already burning.
For real. For real.
Fuck.
Can't catch this on fire, dude.
We're already there. We're already there.
It's a walk in the park for us.
Did you hear about the remember that hurricane that happened in Asheville, North Carolina?
Mm-mm.
The hurricane that was really bad because it was in like a place where hurricanes don't usually flood a whole bunch.
Recently?
So I think it was like a year ago. It was about a year ago.
Okay,
But
I think so, yeah. I think it rings a bell.
right after that happened, a whole bunch of dudes went onto some podcasts, like CEOs of these geoengineering companies that do like cloud seeding, and they like create rain. Right after this happened, a bunch of these guys went on podcasts like Sean Ryan and Joe Rogan, and they tried to talk about how geoengineering is not a bad thing. It's like, it was just sounded like super propaganda to say like, oh, we've been doing this a long time. We know exactly what we're doing.
There's no risks.
No risks at
No
all.
risks at all.
This is something that's totally normal. Like I saw a whole bunch of podcasts where it was just guys coming on to talk about, it was just sounded like propaganda. Just saying like geoengineering is totally fine. Yeah.
And like the timing of it, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And then I heard that.
And then they had the hurricane like right after that.
This was after the hurricane.
After
so the hurricane happened, and then these guys went on some
like,
podcasts.
oh, don't go looking into cloud seeding.
Yeah, cloud seeding
it's
is
perfectly
totally
fine.
it's totally
Don't worry
normal.
about it. We didn't cause that hurricane.
Yeah, we just spray some fucking chemicals into the clouds, and this is already where it's going to rain. So it was already going to rain there. So we had nothing to do with it. It's already going to happen. But
that rain that came before the hurricane, that was us.
Yeah, it was like we just put some stuff there that normally makes it rain more, but it wasn't us. But it's like in this part of the country that's like all hills and mountains.
Yeah. Where that shit can't happen, basically.
Yeah. Well, it's more like it's not like Florida where it's all flat and you can find like high ground.
Yeah.
It's like there's now rivers that cut off all the roads. So all the roads are cut off.
Because they go down in between all the mountains
up and down and in between mountains. So now there's people stranded in these areas.
Jesus.
They were like stranded there for fucking like weeks, dude. It's insane. And it's like, and then I heard that there was like, mining opportunities in North Carolina. There's like a lot of rare earth minerals in that area of the country.
What the fuck?
And it's like,
damn,
did they wipe out these rural areas on purpose?
So they
that's a question.
Yeah.
Did they purposely draw the hurricane over there to flood out this place? Because if they've been working on it for a long time, they probably know how to direct it at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if they've done so much work on it.
They're like, okay, we want to take out this area because we want to profit from whatever's in this area. We'll just send a hurricane, wipe the fucking whole town out, and then we'll just reclaim the land.
Yeah.
Insurance claim. Oh no, now you got to move somewhere else. But we're going to do this for you. It's going to make us a lot of money.
Yeah. I think there's some crazy evil shit going on that they don't really want us to talk about.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Greed and just the, what's
beyond
the best
greed.
way to do it?
It's beyond greed. It's power.
Power. What's the best way to do it without having any sort of inconvenience? You know what I mean? So it's kind of.
You want the cattle to stay in line. We're just cattle, dude.
Cattle, dude. And when you're up there in those high positions of power, man, a lot of these people never had to work a single fucking day in their life. So when you really think about it, you have all that power. You're more than likely gonna have some sort of sick and twisted mind. You're gonna get bored.
Well, that's actually Joe Rogan said something along that same line. It's like once you get to a certain level of money and power, and you've tried everything, you start seeking the extreme because nothing is exciting anymore. Yeah. You know, so it's the same thing with like these people that are, you know, attracted to pedophiles. It's the same thing as like trying different food from different places. At a certain point, you're going to try everything in the world. The only thing you haven't tried is fucking human meat, you know? So you're going to eventually try human meat, you know? That's it's the same fucking thing with like women and sex and everything. It's like Diddy, you know, like I don't know if you've seen the documentary, but it's like at some point he was like started fucking dudes because it's like he's fucked everything. He's had every hot chick he could possibly have. What else is there to do but fuck dudes and children, you know? So it's just like
dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, dude. Honestly, if these fucking people are fucking kids, it wouldn't surprise me that some of them are fucking dogs or horses or whatever.
It would not be surprising.
Like at this point, it wouldn't surprise me.
Way worse.
Or worse.
Way worse.
You know, so it's just like. About it. Yeah,
it doesn't say out loud. I can think of way worse though. People want to pretend like they're outlandish, like conspiracy theories or whatever. But it's like you're right. Like once you get to that level, like nothing excites you except for the extreme. If I can think of it, it's been done.
Yeah, 100%.
You have all that power and money.
There's shit that I couldn't even
you can pay somebody to shut the fuck up, or you have the power to pay somebody to kill that person to shut them the fuck up. You know, so like Jeffrey Epstein.
No, oh man.
I don't know the exact details of what he was involved in, but he was definitely involved with some shit that was, you know, globally important.
I keep hitting this damn thing, dude.
Yeah. I need to get some different mic stands.
My bad.
No, every single guest hits the mic stands. Like these just aren't the right ones. I need to get
spatial awareness, bro.
Yeah. Well, you fucking hit it too.
Where? Actually, I've only hit it. I've hit it most down here, the foot.
Yeah, I know.
I need more than anything.
I need to. What I wanted to do is like drill out holes in this table, like 4, like and on each side,
like bolt them.
But I want to measure it out super careful and get like wooden plugs that match, so I could like plug them up when they're not in use. But then I could take the plugs out and just clamp a microphone down to it. When I set up, I can just clamp a smaller boom arm that comes out for everybody. So depending on how many guests I have, if I have just one guest, I'll just clamp one here.
Nice.
You know,
nice.
like it'd be cool.
You could probably take like a hole saw, drill that piece, take that core, and maybe put like a thin piece of something.
What you would need is a Forstner bit just to drill the hole out. I would have to save I couldn't even save the top. I would have to just find something that was similar. Maybe I would try to match this instead. Like the edge is a little lighter. Yeah. Maybe I can match the edge and maybe I can get it closer.
I mean, you're not going to be able to hide it perfectly, you know, so.
Who knows? Maybe I can.
Yeah, right.
I've never done it before.
That'd be dope though.
I could get lucky first try.
I mean, you could probably get some that even clamp right here. That way they come out in front of you, and that way they're not in the way here.
Maybe I'll just make metal studs. That would look cool. Just metal circles. Oh, dude, me and my brother
like a metal coaster.
Well, yeah, me and my brother. No, just like a plug with a metal top that fits perfectly in there. So it's just metal, but it's totally flush. So it doesn't interrupt a drink sliding or anything like that.
Yeah,
but it would be a metal plug. You just pop it out from the bottom. You know,
and then
put a mic in there and clamp it down on the bottom.
Hell yeah,
it'd be cool. But me and my brother have a bunch of aluminum and copper that we saved over the years, like from our jobs we used to do. I was an electrician for a long time. Got a bunch of scrap copper.
Nice.
Like and then copper tube pieces and stuff like that.
Copper tubes and wire. Just a bunch of wire. I got hundreds of pounds of wire. It's like solid 12. You know, it's but
fucking sell that shit.
We kept it. That's the thing. And he worked at a laser manufacturer, so he got a lot of aluminum, like 100% aluminum, like top grade quality aluminum. And he would bring a bunch of that shit home. He'd just pack his backpack full and like because nobody would ever clean out the scrap pit.
Yeah.
The scrap pit was just this huge bin that was just full.
Well, and they're just gonna toss it.
Well, they're gonna bring it somewhere, but whoever was in charge of it was slacking, and nobody was watching the pile.
To me, the workers should get
overfull.
first dibs on that shit anyway.
Yeah, I know.
First
So
dibs, dude.
he just started taking a bunch home.
Finders keepers, bitch.
Exactly.
It was like when we worked in the sprinkler trade. Like we'd take the fucking. I used to collect buckets of sprinkler heads, bro, because they're brass. They're solid brass. You pop the heads, you know.
I never took those.
Really?
No.
You never did like a TI where you had to fucking change out old heads and you just kept all old.
Actually, no. I never actually changed out old heads.
Dude.
I've only. Oh well, maybe I did, but fuck, I don't remember. I remember me and Cleve usually just worked on new installation.
Yeah.
Just new installation, and that's all we ever did.
I don't think I ever got around to doing stuff like that until I started working with Randy. We ended up doing like a big ass warehouse.
Dude, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
Randy.
He's the short, like skinny, bald guy, but he was just so loud.
You know what's
like,
funny about that guy? He told me that his daughter was divorced from Ivan Moody.
Really?
Yeah, like that used to be like his son-in-law or some shit like that. And I was just like,
funny.
no,
Yeah, because Ivan Moody worked at Metro Fire, didn't
yeah.
he?
Well, and he was in there. Yeah, he like lives out here too, I think so. But yeah, I thought that was
I should get him on the show, dude.
Who, Randy?
No,
Or
Ivan Moody.
Oh damn, I haven't moved. Oh shit.
I should hit him
You
up.
should get Randy on the show.
I'll get them both.
Yeah, Randy was cool, but yeah, that'd be interesting if you can get Ivan Moody on the show just for happen to be in Arizona.
I might have talked too much shit about the band.
I definitely have.
I sure as hell have.
It's not my type of music, dude. It's not my type
I
of
liked
music.
their first album.
I
In like middle school or whenever the fuck that album came out for me. When it first came out, I was all about it. But I played it so much that like now I can't even listen to it.
I don't do Monster Energy drink music.
That's exactly what it's Kyle music.
Kyle music. You know what I'm saying?
It came on the radio the other day when me and Luis were cruising and fucking yeah. He has that like like whiny fucking clean singing voice. I just can't fucking do it anymore.
Ivan Moody isn't the singer, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's a singer?
He's the singer.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's the singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was a guitarist.
No, he's a I remember when and all his songs with clean vocals sound like that. It's like, bro, how many songs are you gonna cry in? just sing,
Yeah.
bro.
I'll cry in as many as I want.
I'm crying all of them.
What? I don't know if you guys remember this far back.
Shut up.
Dan, I don't know if you remember this far back though. Ivan Moody, his previous band before 5FDP, was Moto Grader. Do you remember Moto Grader?
So I didn't know that until the other day. Luis actually brought that to my attention
Yeah.
because again, that came on the radio while we were listening too, and I was like, "What the fuck is that, Ivan Moody?"
I've seen dude. I've seen so many bands just going to Ozfest.
Yeah,
I've seen so many fucking bands, great ass bands, and I remember like me and my friends, we got to the place. It was at the time it was the Cricket, and I think we were walking close to like the backstage area and stuff like that. It was all fenced up. You could still see what's going on, or at least where the trailers were at, or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know? And they used to paint themselves, and then we just saw them right there chilling, and they're just getting ready, dude. It was great. And yeah, dude, they were playing
Motor Grader.
Motor Grader. They were playing
Yeah.
the second stage at the time, so
Yeah.
it was just great. I remember seeing Five Finger Death Punch, bro. Like one time at an Ozfest, they didn't even play the second stage. So you know how they have the second stage and the main stage, right? The main stage is where the more popular acts,
The main act.
the main act. You know what I mean? The more the bigger, you know.
Mhm.
And then you had the second stage where it was the up and comers. They were still well known, but up and comers. You know what I mean? They were up and comers. And then they had a little ass stage right beside the restrooms, up on a ramp. It was like a little ramp, and then it just went into a platform.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like a little ramp, fenced up ramp, and then it went to a platform big enough to fit a band.
Yeah.
Play. And right by the restrooms. We saw Five Finger Death Punch playing right there.
So it was like a little fuck off stage where like new bands were playing.
Yeah.
They played right there.
Yeah, they played right there. This was a long ass time ago, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. I can say I've seen those guys like literally from scraps. You know. What I mean? You know,
that's fucking crazy.
Still not the biggest. I don't like their music personally. You know what I mean? But I mean,
you saw them grow up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so
just
funny
seeing
too.
that, dude. Just seeing that it's wild. I remember seeing Chevelle at the second stage.
Oh no shit!
I remember seeing Chevelle at the second stage. Yeah,
I remember seeing them at. It was either like a Metal Mayhem show or 98 or like a U-Fest.
It's probably Mayhem. That was the big thing.
It might have been Mayhem or U-Fest.
Because after Ozfest, it switched to like Mayhem, I think.
Well, Chevelle was headlining, and All That Remains was second.
Oh man!
And when All That Remains played, everybody was like rushing the stage, and it was like super energetic. The mosh pit was fun. All That Remains was great, even though they played 2 weeks. I hate that album, but it was still pretty fun. And then when
were you an All That Remains fan?
Yeah, I didn't like all that type of music, but my brother showed me All That Remains, and there was like a few albums by them that I really liked a lot. So I listened to those. Like I didn't listen to a lot of that type of genre, but All That Remains was one of the bands I really liked.
It sucks that he never really got into them, dude. I was like, there's like a couple bands he never got into, and I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah, well, I saw him on Guitar Hero as well. They were on Guitar Hero 2.
They were there.
I
never played that.
It's funny how that goes though, because like you never got into Gojira, so it's it's weird how like people go into different categories, because like I never got into Killswitch or Avenged or any of that shit.
You never got into Black Dahlia either, huh?
Yeah, no, and that's what's crazy too, because like everything that everybody's told me is like, oh, you would love Black Dahlia, and it's like, well, I've like everything. Dude,
I just had Connor Pose on.
I love.
This is the last episode, and dude, he like his whole band is based on Black Dahlia pretty much. Like he's so inspired by them. Like that's how they write all their music.
I love him,
and he's just like, it's not even a secret, dude. I don't care. Like, it's a Black Dahlia. Like that's what it's for. Like it's that type of music. Yeah,
I'm trying to bring that back.
It's based on Black Dahlia. Like that's what it is. Like that's fine. Like, and I was like, I approve. Anything that sounds like Black Dahlia is good with me. Like the shirt I'm wearing now, Somebody in the Lich, same type of music, just super dark, fast, like really dark chord progressions. You know, like the vocals are all ups and downs, and the rhythm is different than the guitars. You know, it's not like the guitars are in line with the vocals. It's the vocalist just going wild over top of the guitars. Like I love that style, dude.
I kind of regret not getting into that kind of music sooner, I guess, because like I've only recently started like tiptoeing into it and just like really trying to open my eyes a little bit.
Check out Somebody in the Lich. They're a really cool band, because it's like
you'll have to send me some songs, because I'm very terrible at like just going out of my way to look it up. That's why I keep telling him if you got like a Born of Osiris song that really like gets you going, like let me know, because
there's just like so many of them.
I want to try to write like new music in the style of that, you know, because
they're one of my favorite bands. I love
Born of Osiris.
I love Born of Osiris.
I'll have to check them out a little more.
They're one of my favorite bands.
Put them on shuffle.
You'll understand how I get my like fucking my style in a bit, but honestly, my core influences would from the very beginning would obviously be the Rev, Jordan from As I Lay Dying, Joey Jordison would be like my core influences, but like eventually you you get into
what's a good album by Born of Osiris?
You get into other stuff, and like it kind of changes a little bit, but yeah, there's so many of them. God, there's so many.
That's why I keep trying to ask him too. I'm like, bro,
which one should I start with? Which? Because I can name a Black Dahlia album to start with. Which Born of Osiris album should I start with? If I was gonna like try to get into them.
God, what's the? I would say the new the new era? Let me see. Forget the album. Start off with their first album, but there's a remade version that they did a few years ago. A remastered version of that first album. You can listen to the first Raw album. You know what I mean? That brings back memories, you know? And but let me look it up. Fucking forget the name of it.
Yeah, I've been trying to like get into more bands that he's into because like obviously he's my drummer, so I want to try to understand how he thinks and approaches drums so that I can maybe like try to add some sort of style of that into my guitar playing because
and I've had him listen to some of the stuff that I love, you know what I mean? I like bands like Born. I like, now would be Born, fucking After the Burial. I like that kind of style. Really bouncy.
I like After the Burial. They're pretty
really
dope. I've actually seen
they're really
them live.
bouncy. They're really bouncy.
My brother's in the Marines with one of their band members.
No shit.
Oh,
that's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, he knew some guy in the Marines and he was in a band. He's like, oh yeah, what's their name? I guess it was After the Burial.
After the Burial.
And we went to a show where he's like, yeah, it was that guy. He pointed him out. It was like one of the guitarists.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, that's the guy. But it was like a show that he won tickets to. So he had an extra ticket and we went to this show. Like he didn't
fucking nuts.
Yeah, like it was not a show we belonged at. Like I'm a death metal guy.
Was that the same one? I think
it was no, the headliner was Chon. So the headliner was Chon. I think it was like Polyphia style music.
Yeah.
It was like super nerdy, kind of like progressive metal.
Oh, can't believe this came out like 8 years ago, but yeah, like fuck, what album is this on?
This cat's been making noise the whole time.
Yeah, I know. This cat has been going insane.
Just rolling around back here and shit. Climbing up on the top.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first Raw album is called The New Rain. The remastered version was like they made it 8 years ago. It's called The Eternal Rain.
So they like renamed it for the remaster.
Okay. So is The Eternal Rain better?
I love the sound, dude. The sound. But you have to listen to The New Rain first. The very first album when I was a little bitch. Not just kidding.
When I was a little pussy.
Right. But yeah,
we've all been there.
Right. Been there.
We've all been there. I'm still a little. No.
I can be.
I can be from time to time.
But
don't tell anybody.
Yeah, you have to listen to the first album before you listen to the remastered one. So I'd say get into that one because that was the first. They've made like other EPs before, but that album solidified as like that sound back then was just different. You know what I mean? It was just a different sound.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I'll see if it's my type of metal.
And like it's just all kind of all over the place in a sense. You know what I mean? You can kind of like, you've seen me drum, I'm kind of all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get him into Gojira. It's like, get me into your shit so I can learn the guitar stuff. So I know how you drum. Get into Gojira so you know how I think guitar wise, you know? So it's like, I've popped in some Gojira still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely don't play guitar like Black Dahlia Murder.
No,
you definitely do not do that style. Like that's like Tim. Tim does that style.
That's all Tim, 100%. Like I know that was his like favorite band and shit, and like that's exactly where he gets kind of his style from.
Yeah,
but
Tim Verich, dude.
I definitely do not.
Yeah.
He's so good. I love listening to that guy play.
Isn't he in?
He's in Born of Ash.
Born of Ash. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He's Born of Ash. He just cut all his hair off too.
He looks so different.
I know.
I haven't seen Tim in a long time. Last time I saw him, he was a bigger guy and he had his full beard and all his hair. And I saw a picture of him the other day. He's like skinny, no beard, no hair. And I'm just like, who the fuck are you? He looks great though. He looks great. I'm glad he's gotten healthy.
My brother just cut off his beard too.
No.
Yeah.
He looks like probably a little baby.
He cut off his beard and left a fucking big ass mustache.
Yeah. He would.
So he just has a big ass
like
mustache.
a shit-eating mustache on his fucking
He's got
face.
some chubby cheeks right now.
Cop mustache.
His cheeks are a little chubby, but
little chubby cheeks.
I have my beard growing out right now. Lou's just trying to he wants me to grow it out so he can shape it And I'm like,
Luis, that's kind of gay.
yeah. Well, he's a barber. He cuts everybody.
Just
in the
don't
scene,
curl
so.
my mustache.
Oh, just a.
No, I'm good.
I'm not a fan.
I'm ready to cut it, man. It's fucking long.
If Luis
It's starting
hears
to
this,
insane.
dude, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I'm just not a fan of that.
He knows I'm losing my shit with how long it is right now. I want to cut it.
Really?
Yeah. I want to at least trim it. It's like the mustache is really long and shit. And it's just, I haven't had it this long in a while. How are you not tired?
Seriously,
Yeah,
she's just like, I want to make friends. I want to make friends.
Yeah, she wants to make friends, all right.
Friends, all right.
Stupid cat.
I love how her nose is like a middle finger.
Sort of. I always see it like a pig nose. She's got
It's
two
like-
black dots on her
She walks around
nostrils.
like this.
So yeah, you know I'm allergic to cats. So I've
You're
been
allergic to cats?
Yeah, so I've been sneezing and
Shit, dude, I'm sorry.
yeah, my face.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have those cats at your
I
studio.
didn't think about
Yeah, well,
that.
they're not. All
I guess
around.
they're not up in your shit.
They're
you know?
not up in my shit. They're not
They're
around
not
me.
hopping in your lap.
Yeah,
Shit,
You know what I
I would have vacuumed a little bit before you
yeah.
came
So
over.
like I don't know if you can see it. I don't know, but like my
Your
face,
nose is kind of
Yeah, my face gets a little like kind of swollen a little bit.
Shit, my bad.
It's all good, dude. It's
Give
all
this
good.
man some Benadryl.
Some can't mix that with beer though.
So they say. For all you know, it gives you superpowers.
It just
That's
makes
why
your
I don't want
beers
you doing it.
stronger.
It makes
Yeah.
your beer stronger.
I don't want you having too good of a time.
It's like you're drinking 4 beers.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm all about it.
That's funny. Yeah.
Well, been going for about 2 hours.
Goddamn.
Doesn't even feel like it.
I know. Dude, I could talk about this shit forever. I've got so much random knowledge because I've been listening to the dumbest fucking like media and podcasts. It's
Same.
probably super bad for my perception of the world, but
I only
It's so
do it at this
interesting.
point just to hear all the sides because there's just so much bullshit. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I have conversations with Attila on it daily, and you know how Attila gets, with some of this stuff because he's always got to,
dude, that last episode I had with
tie it
Connor.
into Jay Dyer and everything that he says. And
yeah, Tilla's a huge fan of Jay Dyer, and I'm not a huge fan of Jay Dyer. I do listen to his episodes sometimes because sometimes
his
I
shit
like-
is just hard for me to listen to. He's a hard person because he just keeps talking and talking. He like over explains things, and I just
yeah, and I don't like the way he debates people. Whenever
Yeah.
it's an episode where he's just having callers come on and say like, "Oh, well, like." Sometimes it'll be like people like, "Oh, I appreciate what you're doing and whatever," and he's like, "Yeah, thank you, man. Are you Orthodox?" And he's like, "No, I'm Catholic." And then he just starts ripping on him because he's Catholic. And it's just like, dude,
yeah,
the guy was just thanking you for you like doing what you're doing, and you're just gonna fucking annihilate
it's
him.
like, oh yeah,
Like, you're gonna debate the shit out of him with a beat down. And it's just like Catholicism, like, oh, you guys are fucking you're all retarded because you believe in blah 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 blah. And it's just like,
Man.
dude, it's like he's just obnoxious when it comes to talking to people. But sometimes he does these episodes that are like film analysis.
Mhm.
Like he does, like he's all over the place. But like the way he talks about film and like he like critiques movies, like it's really good. So like if you see one where he like critiques horror movies and stuff, like there is like a Christian sort of perspective to it. He talks about like the demonology that they're trying to portray and stuff. And like that's fine because he's like actually knowledgeable in it.
yeah.
And he's like, I see where they were trying to go in with this. And like, honestly, I thought it was a little too graphic. Like, I didn't need to actually see all that bullshit, and like he'll just call it out for like being too gory but he'll like call it the accuracy of the witchcraft or whatever. Or if it's like being praised or if it's actually being vilified. Like, he hates it when it's like, oh, witchcraft saved the day. Yeah, fucking right. He'll he's just trying to be like,
He's like,
no
yeah,
way.
whatever.
No way the occult is gonna save anybody. Like He'll say shit like that. I'm like,
Just
okay,
nah.
whatever.
Just nah.
But his
Like,
analysis
hell no.
is very thorough.
Hell no.
That's what I like
Hell
about
no.
it. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of fucking weird ass podcasts about like Egypt and ancient civilizations and
Hell yeah. Like some ancient Sumerians.
I could do like a
you know,
6
and all
hour
that.
podcast fucking talking about
oh
all
yeah,
this
we'll have to
shit.
come back and specialize on that.
Absolutely.
But the last episode I did with Connor, we talked about Bigfoot for like an hour. He's like been really into Bigfoot, and he gave me a lot of video references to look up. Then I gotta watch some. But he made a pretty convincing case. I couldn't really like anything he was saying.
I would like to get on a podcast with like 4 or 5 people that all have like different opinions of stuff like that, and just bring them all in for like a 6 hour podcast.
Well, the problem is like too many guests are like, it's like too much noise.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep the voices.
It would have to be like in turn based almost.
So that's why it's better to have like a max of like 2 people on, or like 2 or 3 people on that are like talking, so you can keep the voices like in your head.
Yeah.
Because if you're driving not paying attention, you'll be like, wait, who the fuck is talking now?
Yeah. Right.
You know, so it's easier when it's like a couple people discussing back and forth, and then you just get the next couple people to discuss back and forth, and you kind of like do a cycle, and whatever the audience wants to hear, like, oh, I want to hear these 2 people talk.
Yeah.
Okay, get those 2 people on. They can have a conversation. But dude, there's a bunch of people I want to hear talk together. Like I want to hear like Graham Hancock and Christopher Dunn talk to each other.
Graham Hancock is my boy.
Graham Hancock.
I love that guy. I fucking love that guy.
He's
Even
such a
if
G.
some of his shit is like a crock of shit or whatever, I don't think any of it is. But like,
I think
he is in such a pursuit of truth, like, and he thinks outside of the box, outside of the narrative. And I like that.
What
a
he
lot.
does is he asks questions. That's
Yeah.
all he's doing.
Yeah.
He's saying like, what about this?
He's like, why
Like-
aren't we looking at this more? Why? Like, there's
Like-
reason to be looking
Yeah,
at
he's
this.
literally
and-
just like, hey, somebody more qualified. Look at this.
Like, why are you guys closing the book on this dumb shit? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and he's just trying to like lift every single stone he can to be like, there's
Somebody
so much
has
more we
to.
don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's that guy's awesome. He gets a little testy at some points. Like
I love it.
I've seen on some of his
I
shows.
love
Dude. There's one where he's on with Flint Dibble.
Joe
Like, it's
Rogan.
him and Flint Dibble, and it is so
Yeah, he
hilarious,
gets like
dude.
pissed at him.
Yes, it's so fucking mad. Joe Rogan is
How
always
dare you?
He's like, no, hold on.
Whoa. Hang on a minute. That shit's so
Because
fucking
Flint
funny.
Dibble called him a fucking white supremacist, or he like implied it.
Yeah, they were
in
like
one of his articles.
they were like
And it's
trying to
like-
say like because like what Graham Hancock wrote a book or something. They were like saying it's like white supremacist themed or whatever or some
Yeah.
shit. Is that? I think that's what you were talking about. Yeah, it's just fucking funny. But yeah, he's like beating on the desk and shit. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, Graham Hancock is definitely like one of the guys I listen to. Randall what's it? Randall, is it Carlson? Randall,
I have no idea.
fucking A, what's his name? I think that's it. But then because he's like a geologist, he goes over like the Great Flood, and he like shows all this evidence of the Great Flood happening and stuff like that. I like listening to that guy talk. He's got a lot of good evidence. And there's Christopher Dunn, who goes over the pyramids and like tries to explain how they were like mechanical and they used electricity like from like lightning strikes. There's a bunch of iron veins that go under the Giza plateau that connect all the pyramids. And they're using lightning strikes to generate electricity.
Dude, I could talk for hours about Egypt and the fucking pyramids
Mhm.
because there's some shit there, bud.
Yeah,
There's some
yeah,
fucking shit
yeah.
there, and fuck that motherfucker in Egypt who prevents us from like looking into that shit.
Just remember this, everybody. They never found a mummy in the pyramid.
I don't think the fucking Egyptians built the pyramids.
They were not tombs. And I don't think the Egyptians built them either.
I think they found them
Yep.
and they were like, "Oh shit, these are
They
dope."
found them.
And then they
I
built a
think-
city around it.
I think there are a lot of civilizations that found ancient architecture.
Yeah.
And utilized it. I think that there.
Yeah, like
that
if you were
all over
a
the world.
civilization coming across the desert or whatever the fuck, and you found these giant structures, would you just pass that shit up?
Fucking Peru, dude, all the way in Peru, or like anywhere in like Central America or South America,
Mexico.
Like there's a lot of places in South America where it's like, yeah, they found this shit and they inhabited it. Like
it's no
that's
different
even in
than
their
finding
legends.
a cave and being like, okay, I'm gonna live here for a little while. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
They found pyramids that had these weird chambers and shit in them, and
the
they're
biggest
like,
problem
we
is
can
that
use
like
this shit.
European explorers came over, like English and Spanish came over and French, and they found these places and they're like, oh, these people built this stuff. And they're like, the people were like they knew they didn't build it. So in their legends and myths, it's like, no, they found it. The gods bestowed these things upon us or whatever. Like, however they describe it.
That's the only
like,
way they can
found
describe it is like God made them. And it's like,
well, I don't know exactly all the
like,
stories. I'm not
who's
sure
God,
exactly.
What's God?
yeah.
They might.
Could it be
Well, some civilizations have.
some you know what I'm saying? Some kind of
The Anunnaki.
you know what I'm saying? Right. Now we do we really want to go there? No.
Anunnaki? I don't know. Like,
I don't know, man. Should we really touch that right now?
Shit's
dude?
kinda
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can go on for a long time about that because, like, even the geography of that area looks fucking weird, and like where they think Atlantis was, and like, have you seen this like weird circle that's like carved in Africa? I forgot what
the
it's
Rishat
called.
structure.
The Rishat circle, yeah.
Yeah,
And the
that
way
one-
if you look at the land through there from a satellite view, you can tell it looks like a giant flood came washing through there and just flooded
Dude.
that whole fucking area.
I looked that up.
And they said that Atlantis was swallowed by
lot.
the sea, and I think that area got flooded, and I think it washed away that civilization, whether it was advanced or not, whatever. But
Yeah, I don't think people understand what the scale of a 2 mile high wave would look like.
it's massive.
What it would do.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it wouldn't be a wall of water. Like it wouldn't be like
It wouldn't be like
It wouldn't be a wall.
Exaggerated.
It would be a flood of mud and logs and stones
Everything.
and boulders. It just getting higher and higher, and it would just be rolling over the land, and everything you know would just be crushed in this massive sludge.
It's literally like a 2 mile high flash flood. If you've
Mhm.
ever seen a flash flood, it's not just water;
no.
it's everything.
Everything.
Yeah, and it would
Everything.
just be an incline at a 45-degree angle that would just go like everything you know would just be ground up into dust.
Yeah.
And if you look at Africa, the way the landscape has been like smudged,
Yep.
you can clearly see where the water path was
Right around the Rishat structure.
right around it.
It just goes.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like an eye. They call it the eye of the
Yeah.
Sahara. It looks like an eye when you look at it from Google Maps.
Yep.
It's crazy.
The
That-
fact that you
that
can
might
find
be-
it by just looking at Africa on the map and just like, oh, there it is, and zooming in on it.
Yep.
Like that should tell you something.
It's very big. The thing is to get there is really difficult. It's in the middle of this massive, like, area of dunes. And there's
Well, yeah,
not
I mean
a lot
that's why it flooded. It was
Yeah.
because it was in a fucking low plane. They probably shouldn't have built it there.
No, it's actually elevated because the sea levels used to be lower.
Mm.
It's actually pretty high. There was probably like a river that went through there or something that like
Just something they
40,000
weren't
years ago
expecting.
or 50,000 years ago. But yeah, there was probably some sort of water source that went through there. But I think that when you have that massive wave that comes over, it kind of changes the landscape a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and the rivers change course. Like everything has to restart pretty much.
Yeah, just think of Florida, but on a fucking massive scale.
Think of Florida on a massive scale.
During hurricane season. Like Hurricane Katrina times like 20
Yeah.
across
That
an
was
entire
Louisiana.
fucking country. Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying something that devastating, but way bigger.
No, you're wrong. It's way more devastating than Katrina.
That's what I'm saying.
Katrina was nothing compared to
That's what I'm saying. So if you look at Katrina and how horrific that was, multiply that by like 20.
20?
Probably bigger.
Like try 2,000.
The point is
way bigger.
The point is Katrina did a shit ton of damage to one area, and if you multiply that across an entire continent, like you're gonna fuck.
It
some
would
shit
be
up.
big enough to anything that was carbon based, wood, human remains, anything that was carbon based would be ground up into dust.
That's why it's
absolutely
interesting
nothing.
that the pyramids were made out of fucking stone. It's the only thing that could withstand any catastrophic event.
I don't think that was the reason they built them out of stone. I think that they built them out of stone for other reasons, but that is the only thing that would survive something like that.
Yeah.
Is something that was massive and built of stone, really tight.
They just seem too intentional. They align with the fucking Orion's belt and shit, and they fucking point perfect north to like 0.5 degrees or some shit. Like the mathematical alignment of the pyramids is insane.
It's not a coincidence, dude.
It's not a coincidence.
It's on purpose.
Everything that they did with the pyramids was intentful, down to what they were built out of and where they placed them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which brings me. I mean, I believe in the theory where like civilizations existed before type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? It's
Plato has that story he wrote down where the Egyptian priests said that this cataclysm happened 4 times before.
They
know of. The cataclysm that happened that took out Atlantis happened 4 times before that, and like that was the legend. And it's like,
so if there was advanced civilizations like us, if not more advanced at a certain point, and then got washed away, and then grew up, and then washed away, and then came up, and then washed away,
or didn't come up,
depending on the timeline.
It just depends what they were able to do.
That comes back
period.
to Graham Hancock about his whole like Younger Dryas theory.
Well, so the Younger Dryas impact theory is that like a comet or pieces of a comet smashed into like Greenland or somewhere near Greenland, and it made this huge wave that washed over North America, decimated everything on North America, and then made a flood in the Middle East, which was on the other side of the planet. So it kind of washed everything out with a flood on the Middle East, whereas in North America, it just went boom.
Just wiped it clean.
Yeah, because it was way closer to North America, so the wave was way more intense, and it just annihilated everything. And so what I've been leaning towards is the pole shift theory. So the pole shift theory is that like once the poles shift, there's a kind of like a hiccup in the gravitational waves on the planet, like the rotation kind of stutters, and the oceans are going to slosh. So the entire ocean is going to slosh back and forth for like, I don't know, who knows how long, weeks.
That's fucking insane.
There's going to be a tsunami like every few days,
constantly.
For until the ocean settles. Like if you think about it, like if the Earth's rotation like takes a step, the whole ocean's going to be like,
it's going to be like, whoa,
like it's going to,
whoa.
Yeah. If anything disrupts that rotation, and the pole shift is also going to bring on a weakness in our like magnetosphere. Like the shield that stops the sun's radiation.
Yeah, all the solar flares and
shit. The solar flares is like, that's not even going to matter anymore. It's just going to be the regular sun's radiation is going to get through and fuck the surface of the earth up. So if the poles shift, that shield is going to drop for a little bit. Even if that's a day, one side of the earth is going to get blasted with a bunch of radiation. There's going to be winds that are like 1,000 miles per hour.
I saw that.
So it's like if the poles shift in our lifetime,
we're fucked.
Yeah, we're totally fucked. Humanity is going to be on the
and you know
edge
what?
Of a
the
string.
Only thing that'll still be standing is the fucking pyramids.
The pyramids will stay.
The fucking pyramids, bro. And then the next civilization will still be like, who the fuck built the pyramids?
Who the fuck built
New
this?
York is going to be a parking lot.
Gone.
A parking lot. Nothing is built to last, dude. Not like that.
That's what I'm saying. Shit's whack.
How did they build them, dude? Was it humans? Did we really have the ingenuity to figure that out? A mere 5,000 years ago? Do we have help? Was there knowledge involved?
I don't believe.
Man. I don't know, man.
I don't believe the current narrative that they slid him across sand and blah 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 and all that shit.
We don't know how
that's
they moved
obviously
him.
Bullshit.
We don't know.
That's
how they moved
the
blocks.
narrative is that they slid him across wet sand.
I think that the most compelling theory I've heard is that they're chemical plants. Is that they make chemicals?
Yeah, they have like these weird shafts.
Yeah,
that
and they
for
use,
like methane gas and like different gases and elements that they filtered through them and shit.
Yeah, they get like gas from the earth. They're
Mhm.
built on like natural gas reserves. But they send like that electricity from the lightning through those quartz boxes. They look like they're made to hold somebody, but we don't really know what they were for. But it's made out of like a certain granite where you apply electricity to it, it creates a frequency. So it's like piezoelectric effect. So it's like you put electric frequency into quartz and it resonates.
So do you think it was like an electric power plant, like they say it?
No, I don't think it was a
Some
power
people think
plant.
it was
I think
kind of
that-
like a similar to like what Nikola Tesla was doing. Where they
No,
were
I
trying
don't
to do
think
wireless
that
energy.
was it. I used to think that. I don't think that anymore. From what I've heard, I think they were using electricity, but I don't think it was to distribute it. I think they were using it for a chemical reaction. So they're
What would be
using
the
it
purpose for that chemical reaction?
to make acids. So
For
they're
what?
making specific acids probably for fertilizer. So they
Why
could
would they need to
sustain
build
it.
such a fucking massive structure for that though?
So they didn't need to depend on anything. They could just depend on the.
But it's
Well, no.
so
Listen,
massive.
You're
though.
not
You
thinking,
think they couldn't?
Hold
have
on.
done it
Let me
on
back
a-
up. Let me back up a little bit. We're talking about a class 1 civilization, right? Right now, humanity currently is placed at
Class
like a
one.
0.7. We're like a 0.7.
We're not
even
class
a 1
yet.
So class 1 is using all the energy that
Fuck was that
the
saying?
Earth provides,
Dogs?
or all the energy that your planet provides. So it's just planetary. So class 1 civilization came here and they said, what can this planet provide? They said, oh, there's these gas veins. We can put a plant right on those gas veins, make all the nutrients we need to grow a bunch of crops.
So you're saying like a civilization that building such a massive structure would be like nothing to them?
Yeah.
Came down and mined the
it was
natural
like
gases.
It was like a probe, dude. They
Yeah.
just came down and said, okay, we'll come down here and make this plant so we can have a base here. And then we can grow all the stuff we want for any nutrients we need. Because they know how life works. You have to grow something in order to get energy.
Mhm.
Like the best way to get energy is to grow things. You know, so they created these plants that make these chemicals for fertilizers. Seems like it was for a long period of time because they wouldn't have built them on such a massive scale if they didn't want it to last forever, you know? So I think that this was like an outpost or something where they needed a bunch of, you know, fertilizer.
It's like to
grow
me though,
crops.
like if that was that would had to have been their only purpose, because otherwise it's like, what other structures would they have built, and why would they have built those structures specifically out of stone and nothing else? You know?
Well, those stones have specific qualities when it comes to
For the chemical reaction.
for the chemical reaction, for the generating electricity, for insulating from electricity, to make it safe for like the outside, so you don't have like arcs that come off the pyramids. They built a casing on the outside that was all limestone that was insulating from electricity.
But what would they need
You know,
that
so-
for? Like, I don't. What would be the necessary point of like mining those
It
gases
was-
and stuff?
I mean, once you have fertilizer, you can grow crops anywhere. Like if you have the right fertilizer, you can grow
What would
things.
they be growing though that would need that kind of
Food.
scale?
Just food.
The same kind of food we would grow?
I mean, whatever the planet can provide.
Well, that's what I'm getting at though. So it's like if they made something on such a massive scale to provide fertilizer for food, why isn't it that we've come up with a similar technology to want to do the same thing?
Why wouldn't we? I don't understand. Like,
What I'm saying is like nothing
this
like
is
that
just-
has ever been built since. Why? If it was to fertilize food, wouldn't you think that we would also want to try to
Well,
replicate
we
the same
have.
thing?
we have built things.
Not on that scale though.
No, not on that scale, but we have built things like that. Like the how to make ammonium nitrate is literally like the guy who invented the current method to create ammonium nitrate. He literally like took a trip to Egypt like months before that invention. Like he literally got his idea from the pyramids to make ammonium nitrate with this device that like it has the same chambers and the same kind of
again
mechanism.
though, like why if we were able to do it on a smaller scale by some person that just went to Egypt and got inspired by what they did, why couldn't whoever the first class civilization
because you have to use like 20, 30, 40, 50 ton granite blocks, and we don't know how to move those.
But what did that guy use to do the same thing?
Steel.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, how come like the first class civilization wouldn't have used steel if they can make it on a smaller scale and do the same fucking thing?
Maybe it was better in stone, dude. We don't know.
That's all. I'm just asking the questions
because
it's just weird that they would build something so massive out of something so heavy.
Well,
just to get
steel
something
corrodes. Like granite doesn't corrode.
But then okay, so then it's like that the purpose of whatever they made those pyramids for would have been such a grand purpose that they would have known that steel erodes and we need something that's going to withstand something for a reason. It must have been so vital that they needed it to withstand time.
They wanted this to last for a really long time.
That's why it's like, well, why would be what they're mining it for, like mining, be so essential that they would need to protect the building so hard?
Like that's why I think it was for a sustainable resource like food. It's because that it would last a long time and they could continue to provide food for whatever they needed. Like any sort of life.
That's why I was leaning maybe towards the electricity theory, because at least then it's like more of like you said, an outpost where it's like a fuel up station.
I think if they can get electricity to make chemicals, they can get electricity to use whatever the fuck they want for electricity. Like if they need to power their ships, they can probably harvest it right out of the atmosphere. Or that's whatever what I'm saying. The fuck it is.
It would make more sense to me that they would build it for some purpose of like
I don't
either
think
fixing their spaceships or fueling their spaceships, not necessarily for harvesting like food.
Well, think about it this way. Maybe they understand how to manipulate electricity way better than we do. So that's not an issue. Anywhere they find energy or electricity or a difference in voltage, they can harvest it. No problem. What they can't do is make chemical reactions with the snap of their fingers. So they need specific
massive structures.
Well, that's what they need. You need specific molecules and atoms to make things like chemically react. So it's like if you need these specific things, maybe you need, base ingredients to make them. Whereas the energy itself, that's everywhere.
Yeah, you
can find energy wherever you go. It's just, do you know how to harvest it?
So do you think like Earth was like a pit stop for them?
I think something like that. Maybe there was something useful here. Maybe they do need gold. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe Zacharias Sitchin was totally right.
The Anunnaki?
Yeah, maybe he was totally right, dude.
Bro,
maybe the whitest kids you know was right.
Yeah.
Like that song, when my computer became self-aware. Like at the end of the song, he like meets up with the Anunnaki. And then there's this whole rap verse. It's just like, we created humans to harvest gold for our ships. They like went through this whole thing.
I believe it.
But that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, you can go down that rabbit hole for fucking ever.
I love it, dude. It's the most interesting thing going on right now.
I agree.
Besides the Epstein thing, that's pretty interesting to me.
I'd rather be focusing on Egypt than fucking pedos.
I want to see people
cannibals.
Get burned alive.
I want to see the whole system burn.
Get burned.
It probably will, man. Because I mean, shit, dude.
Hopefully,
she was saying if all these people, like went down, the whole system will collapse, and so
let it collapse, motherfucker. Let's go. We're ready.
You know what I mean?
I think the only people that aren't ready are the people in control.
Yeah.
Let me just go on record and say I don't like the Republican Party. I don't like the Democrat Party.
I don't like any of it.
I don't like either party. And I think everybody should just go for personal liberty above everything else.
Everybody love everybody.
That includes protecting the personal liberty of your neighbor as well, though.
Yeah.
You can't have the personal liberty to murder somebody. That's not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to protect everyone's personal liberties. That's important. Fuck the Democrats and the Republicans.
Fuck 'em
It's all a show, dude. It's all a dog and pony show. We'll come back. We'll take our country back, damn it. We'll make America great again. We'll drain the swamp.
We'll drain the swamp.
Fuck draining it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Fucking fill the swamp.
Get rid of it. All right, guys. Well, it's been 2.5 hours. That was a good episode.
Yeah.
Talked about a lot of shit. I think it was kind of maybe a little bit of a downer episode.
Downer episode.
It's on current events. If you want to listen to current events, that's kind of what's going on.
Controversial
Controversial
stuff.
current events. There's a lot of weird information, a lot of weird shit going on. Nobody knows what's really going on.
So when's your next show? Just repeat it real quick.
March 18th. It's going to be at the Yucca Tap Room.
Yucca Tap Room.
We love
right.
the Yucca.
Yeah.
Love that place.
All right. I'll be there too.
If you want
It's gonna be
tickets, hit us up. They're $18.
Sweet. All right. See you guys next time.
Yeah.
Take it easy.